What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Sorry for taking a little bit longer than usual to get started, but how is it going, everyone? How's everyone doing today? Nuno, Bastos, Greg Hen, Rowan is here, Just Josh, Sheer Cold Vanillix, Brandon Espinoza, Casual Brigitte Main, Craigie9968, Nico, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? One second here, I just gotta get my desk completely organized. Because, like, I had to do stuff, like, set up and everything, and then I had to, like, basically move my mouse to the other side of the desk to get everything done. Long stream, like an hour longer, probably. We'll see. We'll see. It should be. I apologize for not being a stream yesterday. That was my bad. I meant to stream earlier because I did have things going on at stream time. And then what happened is, after that, or, like, what happened is I woke up, and it was, like, not enough time to stream. Like, I overslept. So it's my bad. It's my bad. Let's hope for some shinies today. I hope so. Just came back from church and lunch this afternoon. Awesome, Brandon. Glad the timing worked out so well. Can you have the Leafgreen music playing instead? Unfortunately, no. I don't have that hooked up. I can look into that, possibly. Like, I'll have to get it set up where it works by the time we get to a stream that we use it. But for the time being, actually, you know what? I might be able to. How many people want the Leafgreen music over the Sun and Moon music? Or over the U-Sun music? Because I'll let you guys decide, and I can try it. If it ends up being too loud, which it very well could be, I'll have to not use it. But we could try it, potentially. It's up to you guys. Hope we can get it. I hope so. I hope so too. Started hunting Poipole yesterday. You hope to get it around 3K to 4K. Yeah, I hope so. I hope you're able to get it very quickly, Rowan. I hope you're able to get it super duper quickly. Leafgreen, you do want us to do Leafgreen? All right. Anyone else? Anyone else for the Leafgreen? The Ultra Sun Ultra Moon music gets annoying. I can understand that. What's up, Mike F? How's it going, man? How are you doing today? We're just getting started here. Hopefully we can find that shiny today. Would be the goal. With Discord, alright, just ja. It's got Shiny, Timid, Pyroar, Jolly Wartortle, and Pokemon X. Filling up as many Pokemon as you can store in Pokemon Ultra Sun. Well, there you go. That's a good goal. Good luck to you, Brandon. Hope you're able to accomplish that. So yeah, after this encounter, I'll try flipping the music. What's up, Dark Litton? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Alright, so yeah, we can try flipping this music real quick. What's up, Pokemon 52887? Welcome to the stream. Please, no self-promotion though. What's up, Owen with you? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? What's wrong with this encounter music and then Raikou's cry? I mean, we have done it for a bit. The stream is gonna go basically silent for a second while I figure this out. But, yeah, hopefully, or not like, I won't go silent, but all of the music will. Granted, it's silent there anyways. But, we'll see. We'll see. The thing is, I'm gonna hear both. I don't know, can you guys hear that? Because I can still only hear Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Can you guys hear the GameCube music, and is it loud, is it quiet? What do you guys want? You have an earache? Oh no, Spatial Pocket, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you feel better soon. Get this, you're a shiny hunter and you let your brother play one of your games until he bats the Pokemon League and he got a shiny before you and he's not a shiny hunter. Well, hey, it happens sometimes though. It can happen. You know, someone like has no clue what they're really doing and they get that instead. Or like they really don't know what they're doing as far as shinies go, and it just it's the luck of the encounters. The music's just fine. It's not loud. Good. I might mess with the music settings just a little bit. Actually, what I'm gonna end up doing is probably muting it again and bringing it back. I don't know, I'm gonna try messing with the music settings here after the next couple encounters because I want to be able to hear it too. Because I can kind of agree it does get repetitive listening to the Use Some music. So I'll have to... Yeah, so I'm going to have to mute... Alright, so I've got it muted. The one thing now is I'm so used to hearing for that... I'm so used to waiting for that sparkle. Just for you, turn your volume down. Okay, so it's perfect. Good, I'll... Give me a second and I should get this figured out. It's gonna go mute again. It's gonna go mute again for a second. While I try to figure this out. Okay, now I can hear it. Now I can hear it. Is it choppy for you guys? Is it doing the... Is it cutting for you guys too, or is that just on my end? So what do you press for Raikou encounter and what button for Charmander encounter? Basically, I had to modify some software that I found on the internet, or like not software, but code I found. So I press F12 to increase the counter for Raikou, and F9 or F10 to increase the counter for Charmander. And for decreasing it, I press F11 for Raikou and F9 for Charmander. I'm gonna have to flip the audio back, guys. It's throwing me off. It's throwing me off. I'm gonna have to flip it back here in a second. Sorry about that. For me, at least. Oh, you hear no chops. Okay, so that's just on my end then. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it back. Can't hear Ultra. Yeah, no, you're not gonna be able to hear Ultra. Basically, people wanted it this way, but I'm gonna have to change it back real quick. So, sorry about this. Yeah, no, I know it's fine for you guys. I just gotta get it back to only for you guys, because when it's for me, it throws everything off. So yeah, I tried. You guys can keep listening to it, but I'm gonna be listening to the ultra music, because that's what I'm used to at this point. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, like I said, it's staying for you guys. It's throwing me off. And I'm really listening for that shiny sound. I'm gonna play more Emerald, yes, Owen, yes. I will be playing more Emerald. I just gotta get around to it. And Charmander's in the way of getting around to that. So now I have the whole cap card situation figured out as far as it goes, and all that. So we're good as far as being able to stream it again. Just gotta get Charmander first. Yeah, since the 1st of April we have been doing these hunts. Yeah, how long have you been going, Shiny, Raikou and Charmander? Yeah, so Raikou we started on April 1st. Charmander we actually started way back in September, but had to take a break from, because I had some issues with cap cards and stuff. But we're able to hunt both of them now. Both of them are at full odds. I was dumb and I never got the shiny charm before going for Raikou, but I had to do that because I wanted to hunt Raikou first, and that's only an Ultra Sun and I don't have the charm there. But Entei and Suicune both will be an Ultra Moon with the charm. What's up, Adion? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hope you get Raikou soon, since you're at 8,806 sovereigns. It's Dark Litten, seriously, I hope you get that soon. That is crazy. I mean, good luck to you. Good luck to you on that. I hope it shines super quickly for you now. You know, I hope it shows up at any minute. But yeah, sorry for all the audio flip-flopping, guys. I was trying to... I kind of wanted to listen to Leafgreen too, but it was definitely throwing me off. I'm very much used to listening to the Ultra Sun stuff, because I am kind of listening for that sparkle. I'm not going to get that with Leafgreen, so I'm already just paying attention to that visually. A challenger approaches. 2 Litten fans. audio flip-floppy. I mean, it only really flipped for you guys once. It just got cut off a couple times. But yeah, no, I just needed to get myself back on the ultrasound audio. So I'm not hearing any of Leafgreen. I'm just hearing what's coming through my desktop, which is the audio from the 3DS capture window. And the GameCube is basically passing its audio straight into OBS, and I never hear it. What's up, X-Rider? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Look at all those Littens. All the Littens. Missing some Rowlets in there. Gotta get the best Alolan starter. Litten is and forever will be your favorite Pokemon. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, for me, it's gotta be Rowlet. You know, the Alolan starters are fantastic, you know. I think a lot of people have, like, made them their favorite Pokemon at this point, I feel. What's up, Lemon Cake? Welcome to the stream. No shiny yet. Yeah, no shiny yet. Hopefully we can get one of them today. Either one. It'll be a longer stream today because I did have to take all of yesterday off, unfortunately. I intended to move the stream forward because what happened is I would have had to be, like... I would have had to be somewhere that was farther away than the time I would have had after the stream to get there. So I had to move the stream forward, and the time I had intended to move it forward to, I overslept and slept until then. So it's all on me. I completely messed up yesterday. I apologize for it, and that's why today's stream will be just a little bit longer. We need the Rowlets. There's so much controversy over the Alolan starters. How so? I mean, I know Incineroar had its whole issue, and I think that's just the issue that a lot of fire starters are gonna have until they, like, have one that doesn't do that, like, that doesn't end up standing up. That's just, like, a given at this point, is, like, people are gonna be upset with the fire starter final evolution. You're well, we need Poipole, so we just need all the Alolan starters in here. Some strong opinions in the chat on the Alolan starters, as usual. Poipole is cool, yeah. Poipole is not bad. It's not my favorite, for sure. Obviously, Rowlet is, but it's not bad. When you check Discord, I realized you made an announcement saying no stream. Yeah, I do apologize that it ended up being, like, so last minute like that. But yeah, so that's another reason for anyone that watches these streams regularly and wants to stay up to date. Join the Discord. It's where I will most likely post announcements about stream status and stuff, if they do happen, as well as it's just a cool place to hang out. Poipole and Primarina are adorable, though you love them all. Yeah, like, they're all great, it's just, they're varying levels of great, and Rowlet takes the spotlight, in my opinion. Like, Rowlet is very nice, I gotta agree, Greg. Didn't get the notification for that. I mean, I know a lot of people probably mute the @ everyone thing, and I understand that. I do it in a lot of or in a lot of Discords I'm in. It's been at least 6 months since you've been down here on your drum kit. Awesome, well, hope you're having a good time, Nico. I really wonder how far we'll get with Charmander today. We might hit 7,000. We might. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it could happen. Actually, I think we're definitely going to hit 7,000. Don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, we should hit that. Yeah. Yeah, I know, like, YouTube can be weird about the archives and all that, especially when the streams do have, like, the same thumbnail over and over and over again. Yeah, like, what am I trying to say? Words are not coming into my mind, but yeah, so I know it can definitely be, like, weird, and, like, if you only check YouTube, it can definitely be weird to be like, did he stream today? And it's just, like, uploading still, or what's going on with this. But yeah, the Discord is gonna be the place where you see most stuff about it. What's up, Kajito and Ryan Palmer? Welcome to the stream. Decided to switch the audio, you see, a nice change. Yeah, it's only switched for you guys though. I still hear Ultra Sun. I tried flipping it, and it was too much of a change for me. It actually threw me off a good bit for like the 5 or 6 seconds I had it flipped. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I had to switch it back for myself. So I'm still listening to Ultra Sun, but yeah, you guys seemed to want Leafgreen. I can understand that. It's some good audio. But yeah, so you guys got the audio change flipped after 22 days since the start of this hunt. I don't know how many streams it's been at this point. Just arrived at home in time to have dinner while watching a stream. Hope to end a well weekend. Well, welcome to the stream, Glacier. I'm glad you're watching the stream. I hope your weekend has been really good, and from the sounds of it, it has. So I hope the stream can keep it good. And yeah, so hopefully we can end this weekend with some excitement, with some shiny hype. Hopefully it happens. Notice how shy when it comes to stuff like Discord, you can never join it. I mean, I rarely talk in most of the ones I'm in. I mainly just use it as a way, like I have one set up with friends that I talk in, like that we just sit in voice chat all the time in. But then like every other Discord I'm in, I'm just kind of in to follow along occasionally, or like if I need to know about updates or something. Like that is legitimately why I'm in most of the ones I'm in. Speaking of Discord, you got a new username on Discord. It's now Dunsparce. Alright, we'll keep a note of that. What's the name of the cake that tastes like lemon? I don't know, what could it possibly be? Really like the theme of Oak's Lab. It is nice. It's definitely some nice music to listen to. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, like I said, I had to switch it back for myself, partially because it threw me off, partially because I'm really worried. I've gotten too used to listening for the sparkles on the 3DS hunts. Where, like, I know it's not going to sparkle and make any noise for the Leafgreen, so I'm very used to just looking at it, as opposed to Ultra Sun, where I'm sitting here just kind of listening for it to happen as well. It's like lemons and cake, maybe a lemon-flavored cake. You've been shiny hunting Carablast on White 2, taking a break to re-explore your game. Haven't played it much in a great while. Cleaning PC up a bunch and hatched random eggs dated from 2012 to 2013. Wow, those are some old eggs right there. Top 3 favorite cakes: tiramisu flavored European layer cake, angel food cake, and lemon cake. I don't know what my favorite cakes would be. Well, sorry about that, guys. I'll get that fixed up real quick. That's not what I wanted. Whoops. That happens every once in a while. I don't know why, but it's back. We're all good now. Rip the singular capture. I don't know why, but yeah, the Elgato just disconnects randomly sometimes. Also, trading all your excess hidden ability mons you don't want to hold White 2 over to White. It's around 3 boxes. That is a lot. Nice. Raikou Charmander just gone into the void. Yeah, no, I don't know what causes that. I need to look into it a bit more. But I'm not really questioning it at the moment, since there's so much like finickiness when it comes to that capture. I don't know, like when I was trying to get the Game Boy capture set up where it is on screen with the right like aspect ratio and stuff, it was such a pain, because the problem is that the capture card, or like the capture setup I have, is basically taking the Game Boy player output from the GameCube, running it through a converter to HDMI, and that rescales it and basically just stretches the image out. Hit B. And it stretches the image out, so I had to like rescale it by stretching the capture window, and it just did not like that. So much so that OBS crashed several times while I was doing it, and I had to like restart my computer, to get it to work, and it was a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie. It was a very large pain in the butt, but it's all working now, so I'm not really complaining about the occasional little disconnect that it seems to have, just because I don't want to, like, have to sit here and restart my computer every, like, 20 minutes while working on it. So many resets, yeah, we got a lot, but it's not really unlucky yet, lol hee hee. Welcome to the stream, by the way, because I actually don't have the shiny charm for Raikou, so, you know, that hunt is 1 in 4096, and the Charmander one, because it's in Gen 3, is 1 in 8192. What's up, Screaming Rowlet? Welcome to the stream. Speaking of needing more Rowlets in the chat, guys, we got one now. Not playing your drums anymore? Well, I hope you enjoyed playing them, man. Cakes, zebra cakes. Those are good occasionally. I don't know, they're like too sweet to have, like, they're too rich, I guess, to have, like, super often. So favorite hot and spicy snack food? Honestly, you just like to eat whole jalapenos on their own. Interesting, interesting. I don't know. Most, like, things that are flavored as, like, spicy, but not, like, extra spicy. If I like it and there's a spicy flavor, I tend to be okay with it. But maybe not unlucky, just not lucky. True, yeah. We haven't had any extreme luck here, and both these hunts are getting very close to odds. And with the fact that the stream's going a bit longer today, we might actually hit odds on Raikou if we don't get it. So I'm very excited, hoping that we can get it today. A couple times you had a lemon cheesecake. That has to have been good. Change of music. Yeah, a lot of people in chat wanted to listen to the Leafgreen game while we were hunting, so I decided, yeah. There were enough people that said they wanted to, so I flipped it over. I'm still listening to Ultra Sun, actually, but that's just because I want it for the audio in case I miss the sparkle visually somehow, as well as it threw me off. I flipped the audio for myself too, and it threw me off completely, so I decided to just leave it as is. Leafgreen music, yes. Fire Red was actually your first game, so the music is nice. Fire Red was my first game too, Lemon Cake. Yeah, when I was in 3rd grade, my friends had, like, my neighbors had either yellow or gold, I forget which one. I was really young, not very much into Pokemon at that point, just aside from I wanted my own game. So I knew nothing about it except for it was being played on a Game Boy Color. I'm pretty sure it was gold or silver. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I saved up my money and was so excited to go to the store and pick up my copy of Fire Red. And now I've lost it. I have no clue where it is. If I knew where that one was, we'd be doing this hunt on that, because that would make it so much easier. Or not so much easier, but it would make it where you guys could actually read everything. Because, you know, that's the question I get all the time, is like, why is it in Japanese? And it's legitimately just because I have Japanese Leafgreen and not English. What was my first shiny? My first shiny ever was a shiny Ditto at Mount Hokulani in Pokemon Sun. I SOS'd for it, I wanted a shiny Rowlet, and without knowing anything about shinies at that point, did my research on how to hunt for Ditto and not on how to breed for shiny Pokemon. So I didn't know about the pseudo method, and I just kind of assumed, which was correct in Gen 2, but not any further than that, about, like, maybe if the parent's shiny, the offspring will more likely be shiny. So I hunted for a Ditto, and turns out that wasn't what I needed. Beat Ultra Sun and now you're hunting Poipole. Awesome, Ash. Good luck to you, man. Hope you get it really quickly. Hope it doesn't take as long as it took me, because holy crap, that Poipole took forever. Also Fire Red, but I haven't played it in so long. The last time I played Fire Red was when I actually downloaded it for an emulator on my, like, iPhone back in my junior year of high school, so, like, over 4 years ago at this point was the last time I actually played Fire Red. Even at that point, I couldn't find my cartridge. But yeah, no, it was a really fun time playing through that again. And I wish I could find mine. I'm gonna have to look for it again, as well as my copy of Sapphire over the summer. Hopefully I can find them. A, so we could potentially do some more hunts in them. B, just because I want to find them again. You need to get some games for your Game Boy Advance. I still have a few of my other games, like Lego Star Wars. I have some, like, Hot Wheels game. Pac-Man. Like, I have all these other games, but I cannot find my Pokemon games, and that makes me feel like they were definitely the games I played the most. It makes me feel like I legitimately lost them somewhere that wasn't my house, and it makes me very nervous. Have you ever gotten a random shiny? I've gotten a few random shinies. Never like one that I've been recording for, and only one of them happened with without shiny Charmods. The first random encounter shiny I found, which I think did have shiny Charmods at this point, was a random shiny Kangaskhan. It got called in by a Cubone out of nowhere. I wasn't even hunting for like a shiny Cubone. I was just like trying to find myself a Cubone for my living decks. And the Cubone broke out of the Pokeball, called in for help, Kangaskhan appeared, and I was like, that doesn't look right. There's no way that's shiny. But, like, there's no way it's normal. Ended up being shiny. Then, I also had a random shiny Golduck while I was trying to level up a shiny Sandygast to become a Palisand. I found a random shiny Pikipek while looking for a Yungoos Chain for another SOS hunt. And then in Ultra Sun, the only one I've found without the shiny Charmods is a random shiny Murkrow during my initial Ultra Sun playthrough. I actually lost Bowser's Inside Story. I'm gonna bust the school a long time ago. That is really unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I wish you were still able to have it. If you were devastated, I can totally understand that. Like, that's kind of where I'm getting to the point where I'm almost, like, accepting that my cartridge is just gone somewhere. My Fire Red and Sapphire, and I don't want that to be the case. I want to, like, find them somewhere, like, ridiculous, but I have no clue if I will. I don't know, I just gotta actually look for them a bit more. One of the random shinies you've got was a shiny Rash Piloswine via random encounter at Frost Cavern in Pokemon X. Nice, man. Awesome. Still hunting UC, why is your luck still really bad? Hey, Spatial Palkia, I hope you find it soon. Good luck, my man. They have one copy left at Game Exchange. One copy of what? Little kid brain still thought you had it in your pocket. I getcha. I gotcha. Of Sapphire? Oh, okay. I mean, if I don't find it, it's not the biggest deal. I still have my copy of Emerald, which is, you know, pretty much the same. You know, aside from like having Ruby built into it. So I still battle, you know, Team Aqua. I can still get Kyogre, all this stuff. I just can't get I don't know. I just can't play through it without having to reset Emerald, which I really don't want to, because, you know, I can't right now. We're in the middle of a playthrough of that. So I don't know. It would basically be like another opportunity to do a true full odds Hoenn starter hunt. That's why I didn't search for it. Yeah, like you just didn't realize it was gone. So why would you search for it? Darn you, see. I get it, Palkia. You're at 40,000 soft resets for Lugia and Soul Silver, and then decide to continue it another time, so you reset your game, and now you're going for a Shiny Badge quest in your 3 Hard Gold Soul Silver games. Awesome! Awesome, good luck, team. Hope you're able to find it super quickly. I hope like the quest goes well overall. You know, you're able to find those Pokemon ridiculously fast and all that. And hope you're able to find a Lugia again. Holy crap, 40,000 encounters, that's insane. If you don't find the shiny, no worries. The other day is another great day to shiny hunt. Trying not to be a pessimist. Hey, Glacier, I understand, man. I understand. Yeah, if we don't find them today, we just keep going tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow will be the day then. Remember a few months ago when you and your friend were playing through Silver and Gold, you both did the legendary encounters at the same time. And she said, why does this look different? And it was shiny. That is crazy. That's crazy. I've never been around, like, someone else getting a random encounter shiny. I had, well, I guess technically I have once. But it wasn't, like, sitting next to you. It was, and it also wasn't someone who didn't know what they were. It was like it was Indy. One time we were just sitting, I was still filling up my decks in Sun. And I think he was doing the same, where he was just trying to level up, like, a team or something. And he just found a random shiny Granbull. And he was like, oh, hey, that's shiny. And I was like, yeah, there was, like, it was over Discord and stuff, so it's not like I saw it. I was like, oh, cool. We both just moved on. But yeah, that was an interesting... That's the only time I've been around someone else getting a shiny when they weren't shiny hunting for it. Sorry, character limit. Those pesky character limits. One thing I actually don't like about those is the fact that, at least with the custom emotes, they take up as many spaces as their name. Like, they don't just show up. Like, they don't just take up one character, they actually take up their full, like, name. I don't know about other emojis, so I haven't really looked into it too much. What shiny am I hoping to get first, Raikou or Charizard? Honestly, I'd be happy with either of them. I am kind of expecting Raikou to happen first, and I will be very happy if Raikou happens first, because that is the one that I'm most prepared to start another hunt for. If we find Charmander, we'll be moving over to Emerald, and there we'll be doing a Waltz hunt-ish. Basically just running around randomly in the grass for the day. But basically, if we find Raikou first, we'll move on to a hunt that actually has better odds. Basically, Entei and Suicune will both have better odds than this Entei, because I actually have the Shiny Charm in that game. But with Charmander, whatever I move on to is going to have the same odds as Charmander. Except for the fact that eventually I should be moving on to better hunts. That use the Emerald RNG abuse stuff. But those will require their own stream, and I can't dual hunt while doing those. So I gotta get menus and stuff set up, or like layouts and stuff set up for that. And what's the odds of a shiny in Pearl? You picked up your copy yesterday. The odds in there, assuming you're not talking about Masuda method hunting, which exists, or Poker Radar, because Poker Radar is a whole different thing. But if you're just talking about, base odds, they're 1 in 8192. So like a starter hunt or something would be the same as the odds for this Charmander that we're doing. Sorry to be late, and then go home. It's the only day that we had to... Oh, okay. I was very confused by what you were saying, John. I was not following it at all. Okay, that was the sentence using the auto word thing. Just like selecting the first word. I want to tell a story about character limit. Yeah, it can get in the way. Can you get some luck from my shiny Poipole? Sure, you can take all the luck that's left in it. I don't know how much luck is in that Poipole, though. It did take a really long time to find it. Maybe it can help with yours, Ash. So if it can help, you can have it. You can have all that luck from it. I guess all the luck that didn't get used on it, more so than anything. Platinum, awesome. I still need to get my copy of Platinum fixed. Like, it's not something that I need to take it anymore, I just need to clean it. What's up, Emmanuel1231? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Have I got a nickname for Raikou? It is getting named after Cinder Clouds. You know, she has wanted it. She's wanted this hunt to happen for a while, and I promised I would name it after her. So I don't have I do have a name picked out for that one. It'll be like the one shiny that like already has a predetermined nickname going into it. I guess Corndog did. Never mind. But yeah, so there's already a nickname picked out for that, and Charmander's in an unfortunate situation where you can't actually, like, we can't actually pick a nickname for the shiny until, like, we get it. So, like, I'll have to do it at the name raider, because I already had to, like, say no nickname there before you even see if it's shiny or not. So yeah, that's why we gotta do it that way. So neither of the hunts on screen will have like a big choosing of a nickname in chat or anything. Entei and Suicune can though. Like those we gotta go for another time. Or we gotta go for with their own hunts, and those don't have any nicknames picked out. I am out of it today. It is probably very obvious, and I apologize for that. I don't know why, but I'm just like losing my train of thought as soon as I start talking. You got your shiny Raikou pretty early, so you can have all your Raikou left. Well, thank you, Screaming Rowlet. I appreciate it. Yeah, so like we're picking Charmander here, obviously, and then the next menu is asking if we want to nickname it. So yeah, we have to say no to that. Otherwise, it would take way too long to do each encounter. So that's the only reason we don't nickname Charmander. We'll nickname it when it comes around to the name raider eventually. What's up, Mel? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How's it going? Did you? I guess yeah, you did get all your stuff done. Have you braved going to the grocery store yet? What's up, Pika Ninja God? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Finally here. Hasn't been terribly long since she's been here. Kind of random encounter. Shiny Smeargle. Awesome, Ash. Awesome. I'm still kind of upset with my shiny Smeargle because I really wanted to have like that shiny Pokemon for shiny hunting, but then it ended up having Moody as its ability, which kind of killed that in terms of SOS stuff. You've not gone to the store. You gotta do that at some point. You're doing good. How about me? I am doing well. Doing well, hoping to get one of these today. I have a feeling that because the stream will be a little bit longer than normal, I have a feeling we will get Raikou. Like, I'm really, really hoping we can get Raikou today. Because we might actually get up pretty close to odds for it. I'm not 100% sure though, but it could happen. Yeah, so, I don't know. Hoping Raikou today might not happen, and I'm also obviously hoping for Charmander, but I'm more okay with that one not happening today. We'll do it tomorrow. I thought you said you were gonna do it later today. Come on, Mel. You gotta get food. You gotta get food. I'm scared of rain and it's raining. That could be a problem. We have 18 shiny legends. That's awesome, Spatial Palkia. That's like 14 more than me. We got Platinum too. Awesome, Greg. Awesome. Yeah, I still just gotta get my copy of Platinum working better. I've enough stuff for chocolate milk so I can deal for another 24 hours. Mel. Come on. I guess you also have some biscuits, so I don't know. It's not completely lost right now. What's up, Sneasel Squad? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How are you doing today? Splatoon 2 is great. I need to play a bit more of it, but obviously I got Odyssey and got sucked into that. Finally actually beat it. Like completely beat it. 999 moons, all that stuff. And now I'm just using my other profile on my Switch to speedrun it. And that's what I've been doing. I got very upset with Rango today, though. Like, I tried going through the... Like, trying to see how much of the routing I remembered. Because it's been a while since I tried it. And I can remember up to the Lost Kingdom and about half of the Lost Kingdom. Rango is a pain in the butt, though. Trying to not get hit by him, like, I just cannot get that timing down for the life of me. I'm doing well. How about you? How about you, Sneasel Squad? Yeah, Sneasel Squad is like the one person to have actually legitimately have predicted the shiny encounter. Like, that was crazy. Your friend is hunting shiny Zekrom full odds. Well, good luck to your friend. I hope he gets it. I hope he gets it really quickly. Hope he doesn't go to, you know, as far as I've gone in either of these hunts for odds today. Excuses, excuses. Agreed, Vanillix, agreed. I feel like for dramatic effect I should stare at the camera, but instead I just stare at the chat. Like, that'll be more intimidating. Also hoping he does not go to 11,000 like you. Yeah, no, that's just crazy. You know, I really, really hope that doesn't happen to anyone. Obviously, it does happen occasionally, and it's just unfortunate. But yeah, that is seriously just bad luck in the worst way possible. Please don't stare into your soul. Why not? Ian used to glare. It missed. I stare in the complete wrong direction. Kansas Kairu raid. What? Are we getting raided already? What is up, Raiders? Welcome to the stream. Majestic Taiwan, Lyric Lasan, Geno the Inkling, Mariah Evans, M. Vidane, Frisk, Dark Litton, and Kanto Kairu. What is up, man? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Splatoon Pro, welcome as well. How is everyone doing today? David Kavik, sorry if I mispronounced that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming with the raid. Splatoon Pro, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. What is up, every Raider? DNSN, Lunar Wolfie, welcome to the stream, guys. How are you doing? Yeah, seriously, welcome, Raiders. How's it going? Roaring stuff. Raid hype. Raid hype. Yeah, seriously, Kanto Kairu, thank you for that raid. I appreciate it. And thank you to all the Raiders coming through. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream and decided to stick around. Enjoy the raid. I sincerely appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. How was your stream? I hope it went well, man. Hype. All the hype emotes. Power raid. The power of the raid, indeed. It's always awesome having raids. They're so much fun, always cool to meet new people, see familiar faces. I hope all of you guys are having good days, hope everything's going well. And hopefully you all can be here to witness a shiny. Hopefully it want to happen soon. One of these has got to happen today at some point. Hopefully, because, like I've mentioned a few times, Raikou's gonna get dangerously close to hitting odds if we don't get it today. Did I play Pokemon Brick Bronze? I did not. I never had Roblox installed or anything. I didn't actually know any of that was even a thing until I started streaming and people were asking me about it. And I just never got around to trying it out or anything. Yeah, I got taken down. I heard that got brought up in stream the other day. I never played it or Roblox itself. Yeah, neither did I. It just never seemed like something that really caught my interest, to be honest. Shiny in the next 10 minutes. We'll see. We'll see. I would love for that to happen. That would be amazing. You're way past odds already. You already are. You are. I seriously hope you get it soon, Dark Moon. Like, it's insane how far you've gone. On yellow, you got a Scyther that stayed for 4 to 5 Safari Balls without even running your surprise. That's always my issue with the Safari, is just... it's so stressful. Things can just run away from you so easily there. Pokemon Company got him, yeah. I mean, when you're that big and, like, just straight using IP from like, a big company like Pokemon Company, things are gonna happen eventually. The fact that it stayed around this long is actually kind of impressive. Shiny the next 33.4235 seconds. We'll see, Lemon Cake. We'll see. That'd mean one of these encounters. And I would love for that to be the case. My computer's still sitting on a piece of cardboard, and I keep tapping it, and it's actually kind of... I need to do something about that, but, like, I don't know what I'd do about it, and it's still, like, a temporary solution for, like, the next 2 weeks or so. Roblox is nice, but the community is bad, especially the way the game looks now. How so? I feel like that's the case with a lot of games. Like, you can have a good game, but just like have new people turned away from it simply because like the community is not the greatest thing to try to join. What's up, Matthew Lightbody? Welcome to the stream. You hardly ever hunt full odds. I mean, I rarely do as well. Most of the time when I hunt with the Shiny Charm and SOS hunting in Gen 7, excuse me. But, obviously you can't do any, like, method hunting with these soft resets. So that's out of the question. But the thing with Raikou is normally I would hunt this with the Charm on or something, but I was impatient. I barely beat Ultra Sun in time to hunt it on stream. In time for the stream to start for Raikou. So I wasn't able to get the Charm before that. And I was like, you know what, we'll do this hunt. Hopefully it ends up being a lucky hunt and it happens really, really quickly. And we can move on to a hunt that has the Charm. Unfortunately, as is apparent, it hasn't been a very straightforward hunt yet. Hopefully it ends up going way more quickly with the next few hunts, which will have the Charm back on. And as far as full odds goes with Charmander, there's nothing to really do about that. You just kind of gotta hope that it shows up shiny soon enough. What's up, Shannon W? Welcome to the stream. Next you hunt for Shiny Weedle in Pokemon Red. Like, I couldn't hunt for it in actual Red, because there's not really a way to tell if it's gonna be shiny or not without having a way to trade it to Gen 2, and I don't have a way to trade it to Gen 2. I could possibly hunt for a Weedle in Leafgreen or something, but that wouldn't be the next hunt. I'm gonna be moving back over to Emerald after this Leafgreen hunt and doing a hunt for like a Ralts or something. For the time being at full odds, hopefully I can figure out some more stuff with my shiny timing and all that and hunt for it that way. But until then it'll be a full odds hunt, and it will be in Gen 3, whatever the next hunt is, or in Emerald, whatever the next hunt is. Because we gotta get back on that shiny badge quest soon enough. It's been too long. It's been months since I was able to record anything for that because of the capture card issues. The game's overpriced. I mean, I can see people's arguments there actually a little bit with how well Pokemon games retain their value. Like, the fact you can still go in and buy used copies of Pokemon games for, like, the price it was brand new, if not more money, examples being, like, Platinum and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It's not that surprising that people don't want to buy the used games, because they can see that, and then they can see, like, all the games aside from Pokemon games are marked down to insanely low prices. But no, the thing is, like, I kind of shrug at, like, the people who were upset that they spent money on an online game that was kind of taking stuff from another company. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know, there's probably something in there saying, like, you know, no refunds or whatever, and you are running the risk of it getting shut down at any time. In your Pearl version, you got a shiny Psyduck on the first encounter a few years ago. You weren't even trying to get it. That's awesome, Matthew. That is awesome. I've only had a few random encounter shinies, and they're always really cool, and they're always a nice surprise to have happen. Playing Sapphire on your Game Boy Advance, but the screen is so dark. It should have a backlight, but, you know, at this point may have burnt out, I guess. Or trying to save that last little bit of battery. About to hit 1,000 soft resets. Rowan, I seriously hope you're able to get it soon, you know. I hope it doesn't go up to the 3,000 or 4,000 you're expecting, man. Like, it could happen. That would still not be terrible, especially for the fact that it will be full odds no matter what. But yeah, I seriously hope you don't have to go that far, man. What's up, Mexican Shrek? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How are you doing today? You have a Game Boy Advance SP only, and that is backlight. Yeah, I mean, like, the Game Boy Advance has a backlight. That's kind of one of the big selling features it had. At least I think. I don't know about the Advance. I know the SP had the backlight. On your Game Boy Advance version, will have the backlight, bro. Yeah, that easily could happen, I imagine. Especially with how old those systems are at this point. Even if they're built fairly sturdily. Most of them saw a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily want a console to see. Did I ever play Doki Doki? Yes. I played it before I knew what it was. Like, I played it before, like, it got super popular. Like, not as, like, oh, I played it before it was cool, but, like, I played it before it became so widely known that I knew what it was. So I went into it completely based off of, like, a screenshot that Mel sent me. I hope you get your Shiny Charmander and Shiny Raikou soon. Well, thank you, Splatoon Pro. I hope we get them soon as well. Really, really hopeful that they'll decide to shine for us today. There isn't one, though, Vanillas. There isn't a Monica route, though. Let's finish the game this morning. You were shook. It is a game that will do that, yes. Yes, I was not expecting it at all. I was 100% expecting some of the things, and it still, like, threw me off when they happened. Like, you know, just praise all around for how it managed to take something. You're like, oh, this is gonna happen, and still make you go, what? Have you played it, Vanillix? Because, like, I looked it up. And, like, the patch notes and all that, none of it adds anything like that. It just added more stuff. It just added more programs to the, like, known streaming software list. Will he transfer the Charmander to Gen 7? Potentially at some point. I am gonna play through the game, not on, like, a playthrough or anything, but, just, like, by myself and potentially do some other hunts, like, Game Corner and stuff, later on. But for the time being, it'll stay in Gen 3, but after that, it'll probably get transferred up slowly. There's DLC. There's not official DLC. There's a bunch of people doing, like, fan-made stuff because it is a game that would, like mods would very easily make there be actual routes. But I don't think there's no official DLC. Heard the same studio is making a game this year. Awesome, that's kind of cool. Yeah, mods. Which are not DLC. Yay 1000, don't care, stop resetting while watching a stream. Well, hey, you made it to 1000, you got the first milestone done. Hopefully it shines soon now, though, man. Yeah, you got to that 1000, you got to the 4 digits. Hopefully it stays well under 5 digits. Magimore relief, you actually got a shiny Ho. I still need to get one. That is the goal for after the beasts. Once I get the beasts as shinies, we'll need to get those birds. Hopefully it stays under 5. Yeah, it'd be pretty unfortunate if it managed to go above 5. Especially since it's, you know, its odds are like under 5,000 in the first place. Also, did you hear the stream is going to be 3 hours? It should be. Barring anything happening for any reason, it should be 3 hours to make up for the fact that we did not have one yesterday. So yeah, normally, right now, it'd be about the halfway point, but, you know, we still got like 2 hours left, hopefully. If my voice starts, like, completely dying for whatever reason, because I have said in the past, I mentioned, like, I cut them down to 2 hours in the first place because of issues like that. Yeah, but it should be 3 hours. Ah! I hit B. Shiny Charizard looks so awesome. It does look really cool. I'm excited to have one. Are Game Boy consoles region locked? No. No. They weren't that fancy with that stuff back then. Yeah, like this Japanese copy of Leafgreen is being played on an English GameCube, like a North American GameCube. It wasn't until the 3DS that they started region locking stuff. Like, even DS games will play. The only exception being some of the, like, Chinese ones that were technically a different system. But yeah, no. Game Boys and the regular DS are A-okay. So expensive. Oh, the SP and stuff. Yeah, they are not cheap, especially if you find like the AGS 101s. Which are the ones with proper backlights instead of front lights. The Switch is region free. That is true. Yeah, a lot of the games actually will let you switch within the game, even. Like, that's how I'm able to have one profile on my Switch have a like Japanese Odyssey and the other one have English Odyssey. Like, legitimately, it flips within the game and it's mostly language settings. Searching on eBay, yeah, you're not gonna find cheap ones, I don't imagine. Unless, like, you're keeping an eye out every day for, like, the good deal to go up. They're gonna be pretty expensive, unfortunately. It would have been a lot easier with Charmander if you can see his shiny sprites while giving him a nickname. That would be awesome. That way we could actually check for all three, because I would not be surprised if, at this point, we have had a save, or we've had a soft reset that had a shiny Bulbasaur or a shiny Squirtle. You just can't tell until... You can't tell until you've gone into their summary, which is a really cool feature from Heart Gold Soul Silver, that you could hunt for all three at once. But I wish they'd kept... Like, that would have been so awesome if they kept that. Like, imagine, you know, the Sun and Moon cutscenes, but the Pokemon that come out of the grass are actually, like, the Sun and Moon cutscenes where you actually see the models and stuff as Shinies. Because, you know, they could do it. Like, I have a feeling they could do it. It would have required a little bit more when it comes to those scenes, but, like, they could have done it. And that would have been really cool. That would have been a really nice little feature. Because, A, you could have hunted all three, and B, it would look more consistent when you pick yours up and it's shiny. I've just gotten to the Pokemon trading card game, and it's surprisingly addicting. I understand that feeling. All of this is from, like, since February, I want to say. I don't think any of it's from before then. So, yeah, I totally understand that, Mexican Shrek. I wish the Wii U and 3DS weren't region locked. Old game consoles are $100+ online. Yeah, no, like, it would have been really nice if they weren't. You can unregion lock your 3DS if you homebrew it, but then you start running the risk of, like, you're running homebrewed software, and there's a chance you could basically get locked out of ever using Pokemon Bank again on that 3DS or Nintendo account, and that's not a fun time. Stuff like that. Like, it's just not worth the risk, in my opinion. Heart Gold Soul Silver were honestly the best games. That is a very widely accepted opinion. It's like, they are some of, if not the best games in a lot of people's opinions. It's understandable. They were really good games from everything I've seen about them. I haven't played them. I know I need to. I've been missing out. But I just haven't had a chance to pick one up in a condition I'd want to pick it up in. So yeah, I really want to play it. Because yeah, they are like considered. They are highly regarded as some of the best games. It does save a lot of time. Yeah, because I mean, unless you're hunting a very, very specific one, like if you're okay with any of them being shiny, then yeah, go all out for them. You can get one of the game exchange, and you're pretty sure you saw something. I mean, there are gonna be some around, and especially finding a local shop is gonna be way better than online. Just because there's gonna be way more demand online for them. You're calling Shiny Charmander at 7,000? That'd be awesome if it happened on 7,000. Like, I actually don't know how much time it would save specifically in a... I guess it would save a good bit of time, because you don't have to go through any of Gary talking, or like your rival talking. So Blue, I guess. I don't know, I always think Anime and think Gary. I always named him Gary. But, you don't have to go through your rival talking. You don't have to soft reset every single time you encounter them. So you can basically encounter 3 Pokemon at once in way less time than a single encounter, with the fact you have to go into that summary page. Pokemon following you, Game Boy sounds, etc. Yeah, the fact you could flip the noises back to the original Game Boy sounds. The fact that Pokemon followed you was awesome. I wish that stuck around in other games, but like it has a very small appearance in Platinum, and that's about it. When you have Virtual Console Gen 1 games, but none of your friends have them, so you can't trade? No! Yeah. Now, that's always my problem with Game Boy games in general, is I just didn't have anyone to trade with. Like, my neighbors had Gen 2 and Gen 4, and I had Gen 3. And I did have Gen 4 for a little bit, but I didn't play it too terribly much. Or actually, I didn't have it until very close to when my neighbors stopped playing at all, and when I had my DS get broken. So I didn't have anyone to trade with ever. So yeah, I never got any of the like trade evolutions. I never got any of the version exclusives that weren't in my game. So I was never able to complete a Pokedex, which was always kind of sad. Alright, 69.99 was not a shiny, so alright guys, we'll see if Charmander number 7,000 can be a shiny. In Platinum, it's only the Pokemon. Yeah, it's only in there, but it is there. It exists in a very small extent, but it is there. Hope and Shiny, they let Pokemon follow you like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That would be a really, really cool feature, for sure. Gotta go for a while since it's a long stream. We'll see you later. Alright, Screaming Rowlet. See ya in a bit, man. One major flaw with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, no way to evolve mons. They use the Moss Rock, Icy Rock, or Electromagnetic area. Yeah, I guess like they don't really add those areas back into those games. Granted, it is partially so you don't end up with a Pokemon that doesn't exist in that Pokedex. But, I don't know. It does kind of stink that you would basically have to take it to a game that's not even part of that area to evolve it. Biggest perk of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Aggron gets Head Smash as an egg move. And there you go. Alright, 7,000. Was not a shiny, so we keep going. We keep going. Hopefully it shines soon. Fully fledged 3D models following you would be awesome. They exist. The animations exist, and they're all rigged up to do so. They just don't. Apparently not everyone likes Pokemon following you. You've seen somebody say that it wouldn't make sense if you had big Pokemon following you. I mean, that is kind of like always the joke argument of like, look how tall like an Onix is or whatever. Like, there's that like image or whatever that like, you know, the girl walks into the Pokemon Center with like an Onix following her and like just destroys the door. Which is true. Obviously, it'd be hard for an Onix to get through and stuff. So I understand, like, oh, it doesn't, like, realistically work, but at the same time, it's already Pokemon. Realism kind of got tossed out the window a while back. About 21 years ago at this point, 22 years ago. What's up, PokeFan15? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How have I been hunting for Raikou? I mean, I've just been soft resetting. The hunt's been going well. Hopefully it shines soon, though. Because we are getting dangerously close to odds. We are 304 encounters away from odds. I don't quite think we'll make it there today. I'm just thinking about it. But we're going to get very, very close. Realism doesn't exist in the Pokemon world. To an extent, it almost does, but at the same time, yeah, not really. Don't know why version exclusive Pokemon exists. It's kind of weird, to be honest. To sell both versions of the game, as well as, like, the main idea, I feel like, aside from that, the main idea in terms of, like, the spirit of Pokemon is the idea of trading with people and stuff, you know, the idea with Pokemon is to interact and trade your Pokemon and battle people and all this stuff. The point of the games is to, even though it's a single-player game, kind of get you to interact more with everyone and all that. And, like, I can understand that. I can understand that, especially with the original games. You know, the idea was, like, essentially emphasize the actual, like, link cable that the Game Boys had and stuff, and take advantage of that fact. Like, you would go to your friend's house and play Pokemon there with them, and trade Pokemon, and, like, it would actually be, like, a thing you had to do in the game. So it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. But at the same time, yeah, it's like, if you don't know anyone that plays Pokemon, you either have to buy, like, a second system and a second game to do all that, or you just kind of out of luck. And it wouldn't make sense because they destroy the ground behind them. But, like, then wouldn't there be giant craters left behind by some battles? Like, I don't know. There's a lot in, like, the Pokemon games that kind of gets, like, brushed aside in terms of, like, that'd just make the games really weird if there were consequences to this action. Have I done the Mew glitch in Gen 1 before? I have not done the Mew glitch. The only glitches I've done in Gen 1, or the only glitch I've done in Gen 1 is the world record speedrun in Yellow, where you just, like, beat the game in zero minutes. But a Pokemon that could probably destroy the ground easily in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, they could follow you easily, so why wouldn't it make sense now? I don't know. I would not mind them having them. I could see it being a problem because of the angle that we're at now. Like, they could like legitimately obstruct the view or whatever, like the camera angle and stuff. That's the only actual legitimate argument I could see against it at this point, and even then it doesn't really matter. Realism doesn't exist in the Pokemon world. Yeah, no, I'm on your side here. I'm on your side here. Like, I'm saying, like, if you're already talking about realism, there have already been major key mechanics of the games that have been forgotten. Like, that already are wrong and kind of defeat that purpose. When will you get Pokemon Crystal Virtual Console so you can hunt Celebi? Probably sometime over the summer. I'll play through it and hopefully we can hunt Celebi at some point over the summer as well. This is still a third-person RPG. Yeah, I mean, it still would be. Yeah. I don't see why it wouldn't. It always has been, yeah. My only thing there is, like, my only argument I had with that is, like, imagine something like an Onix or, like, a Gigalith behind you. Or not, I mean, even I guess Gigalith, but more or less, like, Regigigas. Something just massive behind you that completely obscure your character. That's the only thing with the more 3D angle that would, like, look weird and have to be dealt with. Aside from that, I don't think any of it's a issue. Or bird's eye view. I mean, it was bird's eye view up until kind of Gen 4, not really. And, like, till kind of not in Gen 4, but still. And it really wasn't not bird's eye until Gen 6. Ever heard of the 8F glitch in Gen 1, unless you're referring to the game? Yeah, no, I've heard of a lot of the Gen 1 glitches. I've just never tried them out because I've never taken the time to, like, get that far in my copy of Gen 1. Virtual Console might make that more likely to happen, but probably not, to be honest. Went the entire time thinking it was Fire Red, not Leaf Green. How so? When you get Rayquaza following behind you, you like a hubby. Like when you just have like a legendary Pokemon following you, and you're like a 10-year-old, just like, huh, what have I done with my life? Or this is huge when it follows you. I mean, yeah, like they're massive when they follow you in those games. It's just because it's a bird's eye view, they can do it. Or even nearly bird's eye view. I don't know, because with the sprites they can definitely mess with proportions a bit more. And like sizes and positioning to make it look more right, while like 3D kind of takes that effect away. But I don't know, I am definitely still on the side of pro Pokemon following you. Remember laughing when you saw Wailord following you? That has to be a sight. That would have to be a sight. Cool thing is that if they're shiny, they also shine when they follow you. Yeah, yeah. Because I know Random Tens did his, like, Heart Gold, or his Soul Silver Totodile hunt that he ended up getting a Cyndaquil in. And yeah, like, it was a shiny Cyndaquil that was following him, and that's such a cool little, like, detail. That's, like, that would be awesome to have again, like, be able to have, like, shiny Pokemon walking around with you and stuff. Let's make Pokemon following an option. That would be, like, the solution, yeah. I don't know, I guess it's more of a matter of, like, from the technical standpoint of can Game Freak do it again, to answer the will they do it again. Because I have a feeling they know that it's, like, a ridiculously popular thing that would make the games fly off the shelves. I have no doubt that they are aware of this. The question is, can they do anything about it? Because it could just be a matter of them going, we know you want it, but we don't know how to do it again. Like, it just wouldn't work again for whatever reason. You know, like, I think that's the bigger obstacle than anything. Make it an option where you can put them in your Pokeball and let them follow you. Yeah, like, if you just, like, go into your Pokemon, like, into your Pokemon menu and, like, choose your Pokemon that's, like, in the top slot and be like, follow. Like, that would be the solution. That could easily be the solution in terms of, like, people's preferences. It's just still a matter of on the technical level. So I think a lot of it would come down to, how much of a performance hit would it be? I think that's one of the bigger things right now, is when you get into those super high poly models of some of the Pokemon. Because some of them are ridiculously detailed, just because they're larger, so they have more to them. And I can't imagine what those would do to the overall performance. That's simple. The toggle is simple to program, yes. Them actually following you is a completely different story. So that's the thing. It's not a matter of, can we make it where you turn it off? That's why we aren't doing it. It's like, can they make it something that's on so that you turn it off? There's a lot to think about with that. You know, like I was saying, you got the, like, performance hit that it'll take, because it's going to take a massive performance hit. Because you suddenly have this other high-detailed model on screen and all this. Granted, the Switch is way more powerful. I don't know how much processing power the Switch would need for that. I imagine it has it to an extent. Who knows, though? You're back. Welcome back, Derek Litton. I mean, if they take their time, maybe. It still comes down to a matter of, can the Switch handle it? The high polygon 3D models could be a problem. Yeah, like, that would be the problem. And I don't think them, like, making lower resolution models would solve it. Or, like, lower poly models, because it's to the point where I have a feeling this will be the limit of those models. Because currently, like, the models look like, you know, the ones that are on the, or, like, that's what the actual model in the game looks like. It's just, you know, when you crank up the resolution to actually be a decent resolution, they look like this. And, like, they do look insanely good. And they definitely can keep these models into this game. It's a matter of, if these are the ones that are following you, is this how that look? Like, how much of a performance hit would that take? You know, is that extra super high detailed model going to be too much for the system? If it be a paid DLC, that would be a sad, sad day. Switch is very powerful. Yeah, I mean, it is very powerful, but it's still a, like, mobile chipset. And I have seen Mario's. Mario has pushed it to its limits on a few occasions, especially at 1080. You know, when it's actually running full res, or, like, when it's actually running docked, I've seen it hit that point where it's just like, oh boy. And, you know, the resolution slowly lowers itself, and it has, like, dropped to 30 FPS a couple times. I have noticed that. Which is, at the end of the day, not a terrible, terrible situation to be in. Not a great one either, so I don't know. I don't know. Depends on how well Game Freak's able to optimize it. And I trust them. As long as they take their time with it, I trust them that the game will run buttery smooth. Sun and Moon and use some look horrible on a TV screen. Simply because their resolution's low. If you use, like, Citra or something and crank up the res, they actually look really nice. It's just, it's a limitation of, like, what the 3DS can do screen-wise. Look at Odyssey and Zelda. Yeah, I mean, that was exactly what I was saying, too, where there is a little bit of a performance cut when docked. Only follows you in dock mode when you take it off the dock and return to the Pokeball. That would be interesting. That would actually be a really kind of clever way to do it. Granted, part of it is like, for the most parts, the games kind of are designed to ignore the whole going docked mode, aside from just cranking their details a little bit. I don't know, but that would be interesting. What's up, Pixel Gamer? Welcome to the stream. Just spent a lot of time looking for an Eevee in Sun and then realized it's noon. Don't know if it matters in Cinnamon, but Ultra Sun, Ultra Minute doesn't matter. What doesn't matter? Using Joy-Cons for Z moves? Oh, I am not a fan of anything when it comes to required motion controls. It's one of my few things I dislike about Mario is the fact that there are things that are unachievable without using the motion controls. Even if it is only needing them ever so slightly, any required motion controls are kind of an or like a negative for me. Did motion control incorrectly. 0 damage. You're playing with a Pro Controller. Haha. Instant disadvantage in battles. No, like that even for me, like that's one of my few gripes with Odyssey, is that there were a few moons that you absolutely had to use motion controls to get, even if it was only like shake it once and that's it. That's still just, that's something that someone out there can't do. And it's something that I don't want to do. Yeah, I didn't think EDs actually mattered with that, though. I gotcha, Rowan. Yeah, I didn't think EDs were affected by that day-night cycle. Can you get the Charm in Platinum? No. The Charm didn't exist until Gen 5. And at that, I don't think it was until Black and White 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, trying to find an EV to, first of all, complete the Pokedex and Shiny Hunt. Yeah, I don't think it'll matter. Yeah, because you can hunt Eevee in day or night in either game. The only difference you'll encounter is if it's SOSing in, it might SOS in an Espeon in the day and an Umbreon at night. That's the only difference you're going to find. Yeah, Charm was introduced in Black and White too. Yeah, so Platinum does not have it. The only way to like increase your chances of finding a shiny are either through Masuda Method or through Poke Radar. Masuda Method would be kind of difficult. Since like there's no global connection on that anymore to like trade for a different region, Ditto or anything. And Poke Radar you're gonna have to do at end of game. You're playing Sun and just spent an hour looking for one, nothing. It has a 5% chance encounter rate. It takes you like an hour to find an Eevee on Route 4 or 6. I don't think it's on 5. I know Route 4 and Route 6 are where I find mine, and yeah, they take forever to encounter. It has a very, very low encounter rate. Yeah, if you're unlucky, it can happen. It's happened to me where I spent like a solid 50 minutes to an hour trying to find one and just barely found one. A complete black, will I get a Black White 2? Potentially. The thing is, at this point, it's a matter of finding them, the matter for me is finding them complete in box now. Because I want to, like, add them to a decent, like, collection. So it's more a matter of if I find Pokemon games I do not own, no matter what, I'll try to pick them up at conventions and stuff if they're complete in box, or at least have the box. I don't even mind if the manual isn't there. If the box is in good condition and the game works, I'll have no problem buying it. How can you Shiny Hunt in it then? You can Shiny Hunt through Poke Radar or Masuda Method, but like I said, Masuda Method is kind of difficult to do. The only other way is through, like, legitimate random encounters. So yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Then you goofed. No. Random encounter, some soft reset, boosted method. In black and white too, yeah. I thought he was talking about platinum though. That's what he was asking about before. I need to get up early tomorrow, so you're going to sleep. Good luck on Raikou and Charmander. Alright, see you later, Rowan. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Hope to see you again soon. Yeah, hope tomorrow goes well for you, man. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Why did I reset that? That was definitely the shiny. We all know that one was the shiny. What's up, Cinder? Welcome to the stream. I just got off work for once instead of having to go to work. You were at work when the stream started. Well, hey, maybe you can be here while we get the Raikou. Also, fortunately, we do have a good bit more of the stream to go. Because I missed yesterday's stream entirely, we are streaming for an extra hour today. So hey, hopefully we can find that, Raikou today. Need to play Pokemon again, you've fallen out of the games. I understand that, though. I don't know, like, Usum only added enough content to, like, play through the games once before, like, it became Sun and Moon again. Like, we've talked about that on stream before, it's just, like, there wasn't enough added to draw people back in for more than, like, playing through the story. Might be able to stay that long. Awesome! Awesome. What's up, Grungy? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? Got Breath of the Wild for your Wii U, and after 2 shrines, you'll love it. It is a fantastic game. I really need to get back into playing it. I haven't played it forever. I just need to restart at this point. But it is an awesome game. It's really bad on Wii U. Isn't that where most of the speedruns happen on, though? If I'm not mistaken. Really like to do homework, so you might not be able to try it. Alright, yeah, homework is definitely more important. So, definitely understand that. Doesn't run as well. I mean, that's definitely gonna be the situation when it's on the older console. But it's not like a bad game on there or anything. Also have the headache, so you may need to take a nap. Too, oof. Oof, indeed. Yeah, hope, you know, the headache goes away and all that. You got your Switch day 1. I got mine over last summer. It wasn't day 1 or anything. But it was a matter of, like, I found that, like, I could get one. So I immediately put down, like, the order for it. The Wii U can't handle it a lot. I mean, same situation with the Switch when it's in handheld. I think there are more loading screens. The loading screens might be a little bit longer, because you're running it off disk most likely as opposed to a cartridge. Or digital download, that's going to be out of the question. But yeah, there might be a few more loading scenes if it can't, like, load some extra stuff in. But yeah, it's the same game. You'll get the same experience out of it. Those messages were not supposed to be broken into a few messages. They just sent early. Alright. I know the feeling there, though, Cinder. I know the feeling. I've been out of it this whole stream. I don't know why. Or at least most of the stream up until, like, probably about 10-15 minutes ago. And not, like, because I don't want to stream. I don't know. I just, like, whenever I was trying to answer questions or something, I just rambled. It's low-res and handheld. Well, yeah. The screen in handheld is fairly low-res. It's only 720. Granted, it only goes up to 1080, but, like, yeah. So it runs higher res on, like, the dock. That's the whole point. Because it would kill the battery to run any higher res while handheld. It would also actually start to get kind of toasty to be holding. You bring it up, Vanillix, and now it's going to start happening. Pokeraider isn't in Platinum, right. It is in Platinum, not Black 2. Does anyone here think that Ultra Sun and Moon were basically $60 passes to shine out all legendaries? I don't think that. I legitimately think... I don't think this is an attempt at a cash grab from Game Freak. It's basically them trying to get out as much of the content they wanted in Gen 7 as they could, even though they couldn't like put it all on the Sun and Moon. Like, they did not have the time to get... Basically, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are what they wanted Sun and Moon to be, I think. But they just did not have the time for it to, like, become a thing. So they had to like, cut stuff out for Sun and Moon's release to be on time. And since they wanted to move on to the Switch, it made the most sense to just kind of release that director's cut Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon thing. But at the same time, yeah, I totally understand people who think that way, because that's basically what it came down to, is like, you're buying the entire game again for like 4 new things that if you're not attempting to shiny have the legendaries, and it doesn't really even matter. That's why you bought it. Like, I totally understand that thought process of like, it really is the only big draws, a few more Pokemon, a little bit different of a story, stuff like that. I personally think they're worth it, but I totally understand the people who don't. Pokeradars in Platinum, it's not, there's no Pokeradar on Black 2 yet. How do you get Pokeradar? You have to beat the game. I think you complete the Dex. Yeah, I don't think you complete the Dex. I think you just have to beat the game and see a certain number of Pokemon, possibly. I don't think it's like the entire game though. If Mel's still here, she would definitely know. But yeah, I thought it was completing the Dex, but it is not, if I'm not mistaken. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was just Emerald to Ruby Sapphire, Platinum to Diamond Pearl. It really is, it's just there was no game in between. And they released 2 of them because it's kind of hard to do Sun and Moon as a singular game. You actually do have some stuff. Wish you could be here for the stream, but sometimes life happens. At this point, don't mind if you're not here for Raikou, just want you to get it. Yeah, I wish you could be here for it, Cinder, but yeah, go get all that stuff done. That's the important stuff. I'm glad you're able to stop by the stream, though. Yeah, it was a director's cut. It definitely was. It's just because there was no remake in the middle, it kind of made it feel like they just kind of released the same game twice in a row. Which, yeah, they added in, honestly, they honestly added in about as much content as they would have added into Platinum or to Emerald. It's just, yeah, there wasn't, like, more time as a buffer. It's seeing every Pokemon in Center Deck, so not even catching them. Okay. On Switch, Breath of the Wild runs at 900p, but handheld mode it runs at 720. Yeah, everything runs at 720 in handheld, and most things. I didn't know Breath of the Wild was one of the ones running at 900. I knew Splatoon ran at 900. Look, I knew Splatoon 2 didn't run at 1080. What's up, Ant1Bomb DBZ? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? This is an awkward type of Vanillix. Oops, indeed. You like Platinum better than Diamond and Pearl? I mean, it's pretty much the combination of the 2 games plus a little bit extra, so it makes sense. Love White 2 and Black 2 compared to White and Black. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was the same way to Sun and Moon. An expanded story of the original games plus more features. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Honestly, I still actually lean towards, like, objectively, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are better. But subjectively, I really like Sun and Moon more. Just because, like, with Yusum, it was basically like seeing all the little tiny tweaks and polishes to a game I had already played, plus some extra content. Like, that was cool near the end, but up until that point, it was just like, here are some minor differences. Like, that's really all it was. Like, Sun and Moon, I had the better experience with. And I think that's the problem with Yusum, is that's what everyone kind of has, is like, it's the same as the last game, just with like 1 or 2 more things. So it's being judged entirely on those 1 or 2 more things as opposed to Sun and Moon getting judged on all of their content, so it's just way more hyped up. You're bad. No, you're all good, man. You're all good. Like all the Gen 5 games. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. I think he's right as a Cinder Dex. Okay. Okay, that makes sense then. I also got to watch Black Panther yesterday on your birthday. Awesome, man. Well, happy late birthday. Hope you had a good day, man. No one compared, no one complained about it's the same game on Platinum Emerald Crystal. Yeah, because they released later. Like, they actually released legitimately later. Like, they had buffer games in the middle, and they added blatantly obvious new things. Where Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had different cover art, and shared the name. A lot of it, I think, comes down to they share the name. Also, there were... I absolutely guarantee you there are people who complained about those games as well when they came out. Looking back on it, people are definitely going to prefer Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon to Sun and Moon. Like, no doubt about it. You know, when we get 2 or 3 gens down the line and people look back and are trying to buy used games, they're going to lean towards USUM over Sun and Moon. Because you get the same stuff plus more. So why would you not? I think it's the same. I think it's going to be in the same boat. It's just USUM got it more heavy because people were upset that it wasn't on the Switch, which wasn't going to happen anyways. So no matter what, there was no way that the games were going to live up to the expectation of the hype train. But add on that it was only a year after the games that they are like new versions of, and they released 2 of them instead of 1. Because they released 2 of them instead of 1, people are like, but they have the same name with Ultra on the front of it. USUM was a year later. Yeah, it was only a year later. I think it played Gen 6 the least. It wasn't the best. Honestly, we only got 2 Gen 6 games compared to all the Gen 1 games plus remakes. Gen 2 plus remakes, Gen 3 plus remakes, Gen 3, or 3 Gen 4 games, 4 Gen 5 games. Yeah, you really didn't get too much with, there wasn't too terribly much with Gen 6. And Sun and Moon fell into the same boat a little bit. I don't know, I think just as the games get bigger, it's hard to make more of them at once. Like, obviously Game Freak's growing, I would assume, and so they're able to handle it a bit more. But it really is one of those things that ends up coming down to, like, it's a way bigger production to make a Switch game than it was to make a Game Boy game, I feel. So they can put the same amount of time into it and not get as much out of the Switch game as they would out of an older game. I feel. At least. Gen 6 had ORS. Yeah, that did get lumped in there with that did kind of get lumped in with Gen 3. So yeah, I mean, if you're talking regions, then Kalos definitely got mildly shafted. In terms of, it had 2 games, it didn't get a 3rd game that a lot of people were expecting. All that kind of stuff. The remakes in that gen were, like, objectively better games to the point that people were like, it's basically Gen 6.5 with how much they fixed. Stuff like that. It was a terrible gen to remake Ruby and Sapphire. How so? How so? Kalos is always forgotten. I wouldn't necessarily say, like, forgotten. It's still, like, the last gen. But yeah, I think ORAS took that spotlight, though. Really wish they'd been remade in Gen 5. We're gonna start seeing them remade every other gen. Like, because otherwise, you know, we'll end up in a really awkward situation where, like, Gen 9 is coming out, we're getting Gen 7 remakes, and at that point it would not have felt like a very long time. Like, at least when they were, like, close together before, it was because it was still, like, these were the first games, and these were the newest games. Like, there was, relative to the series size, it was way longer. On Gen 4 remakes, we'll see them after Gen 8 initial games at the earliest. Hoping we get to revisit Johto in the Switch games would be interesting. What's your favorite gen in Pokemon? Yours is Gen 6? Mine is Gen 3. Like, Gen 3 is just overall my favorite gen. Hoenn my favorite region, but Sun is my favorite game. Like, the one odd thing out there is just Sun off in the corner in neither my favorite gen or region. But I don't know, something about Sun, the amount of hours I put into it, there's no way I can compare it to anything. Gen 5 had gorgeous graphics, simply adore the moving sprites and 3D-ish sprites. Fair enough. It would be cool to see those games in that style, I guess. I don't know, for me though, I guess a little bit Gen 3 is awkward for me, or Gen 5 is awkward for me, because it's like, I skipped it because I didn't have a way to play it, and so I saw either sides of the progression that was Gen 5 in the middle. So it's something I'll get used to. It's something I'll get used to, it might take a while when I'm playing through it. Gen 4 is your favorite gen because of the Gen 2 remakes. Heart Gold, Soul Silver definitely lift Gen 4 up for a lot of people. Definitely. You like Soul Silver, you need a Heart Gold copy though. I need to get at least one of them. One of the two. No issue with fairy types except for that dragon does no damage to them. That's a bit absurd. I think it's just because dragons were so overpowered. I don't know. I'm not a competitive player, so I probably shouldn't be talking on that. Just because I know I'll get it horrendously wrong. Oh man, my nose suddenly getting really itchy. I'll at least make it half damage. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, bump Gen 4 up there for you. I mean, you're a Johto fan, so it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense there. You like X better, but not a big fan of Fairy type. I don't mind Fairy type, but again, I'm not a competitive player, so it's never bothered me. I think Gen 2 remakes saved Gen 4. I don't know, a lot of people loved Sinnoh standalone. 4th generation of games is a good generation. Yeah, no, that's definitely up there as some of people's favorites at this point. Wish we had gotten Heart Gold, Soul Silver in Gen 3 and Fire Red, Leafgreen in Gen 4. Somehow flip it. You're wanting a new type? People already want a new type again, which I guess I say that like it hasn't now been like over a generation, but I don't know. I'm fine with the types staying what they are. I honestly don't know what they would add as another type. Sinnoh as a standalone region did very well, then Heart Gold, Soul Silver just made Gen or 4th gen a win. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people who like really enjoy Sinnoh. It's up there. It's like kind of one of those things where I've said this before. Most of my friends are either like 2nd or 3rd gen as their 1st gen to play, just depending on if you had an older sibling or not. And so 4th gen's up there as like the generation where you knew what was going on with Pokemon when you started it. And so I have a lot of friends who, like, 4th gen was either their first introduction to it as well, or, like, 4th gen is the gen that they remember the most fondly. So yeah, I know a lot of people who are super hyped for, like, wanted Diamond and Pearl remakes instead of USUM. Stuff like that. Probably wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't be able to play Heart Gold, Soul Silver if it was on Gen 3. I like Ruby and Sapphire remakes and 1st gen ones, like the 1st gen remakes. Yeah, Fire Red, Leaf Green, I think are fantastic, and they're why, like, they're always my defense when I say that Gen 1 is my least favorite gen. Because when I talk about gens, I talk about the engine. And it just is, that's how older games tended to be, as well as that's what happens when it's your first major game as a studio. Is you're gonna have some bugs and stuff, and there were plenty of bugs and stuff in Gen 1. So yeah, like, I always use, like, Fire Red, Leaf Green as my examples for, just because I say Gen 1's not my favorite doesn't mean I dislike Kanto. Like, I love Kanto. Fire Red, Leaf Green are the example of that, the shining example of that. I love the gen. I don't know. Playing it in Gen 1 feels really clunky and to me, just because of those things. Now, Hardo is to complete your Pokedex in Gen 3. You have to have pretty much every third gen game at Coliseum and XD. Yeah, it was pretty difficult, because the thing is, unlike gens now, you know, like with Gen 3, you couldn't trade anything up. So like if the Pokemon didn't exist in those first 3 games, you weren't getting it. Like if it did not exist in Gen 3, you could not get it in Gen 3. At least with Gen 4 and onwards, you could like trade your Pokemon up eventually, which made it, you know, super possible to just be like, boom, suddenly I have, you know, I have all the Pokemon that were available in Hoenn, which means I just have to complete like the new part of the Dex. Which is kind of a goal for me. I kind of want to get that in Gen 6, specifically so I can do that in Gen 8 when it comes out, and like be boom, completed Dex, shiny charm, please let's move on. Like that is honestly a goal I kind of have. That way I can get the shiny hunting really easily. It's just you couldn't do that in Gen 3. It was unfortunate. Fire Red Leafgreen say Gen 1? No, they didn't say Gen 1. Gen 1's its own thing. They're just a throwback to Kanto, which I did think was cool. I do think it's cool. You love Gen 1, but you're not Gen 1er. That's a good attitude. I mean, I don't know, as long as you're able to see the flaws in any of the games, like, you're fine. Except for Gen 3. Gen 3 is perfect. No issues. None at all. If you tell me otherwise, I will ban you. No. No, but, I don't know, I don't know, Gen 3 is my favorite, mostly nostalgia's sake. Gen 6 felt off, I think one of the biggest reasons it had horrible, ugly starters. I don't think the starters were bad, I didn't connect with them. I can agree, I didn't connect with them too terribly much, but they weren't bad. Gen 4 had Wi-Fi, which means GTS and Wi-Fi events. True, that also helps. Yeah, I guess once you're able to trade with people that weren't sitting a link cable away, it makes it a bit easier too. Yeah, that's how I was able to complete the Dex for Ultra Moon, was, you know, Alan was able to help me out with that. Gen 4 is bae. Gen 3 is gorgeous, except Emerald's broken RNG, which makes it pretty much impossible to shiny hunt unless you manipulate the RNG. Yep! And that's what we're taking advantage of with our shiny badge quest. No, yeah, that's one of those things I kind of like look at Game Freak and go, how and why? How'd you manage to do that? Why did it happen? Because, like, I don't know how it could have happened, because obviously they had it figured out with Ruby and Sapphire. Like, the RNG worked fine there were no issues, the only thing was the battery, and obviously the battery isn't a factor in Emerald, so I have no clue what happened there and changed it. And then Fire Red Leafgreen doesn't have a battery and still handles it fine, so I don't know, like, you can't say you took the code from there and transferred it back and it didn't work. Like, if Fire Red and Leafgreen's RNG was stuck at a specific static seed, that would make sense. Like, oh, it's based off the battery that doesn't exist. But the fact that Emerald with a battery has the problem, I'm wondering. It makes me wonder what the heck's up with the code and whatnot. Emerald with the Battle Frontier. That's what everyone was so upset didn't come back in ORAS. The Battle Frontier facility, Gen 4 is a great battle facility, but not as cool as Emerald's. Like, Emerald definitely takes the lead with that Battle Frontier. But it never came back, even in, like, Hoenn or remakes. So people also are like, what the heck, Game Freak? Gen 4 had godlike shiny sparkles and had Palkia. Honestly, my favorite shiny sparkles still have to be a tie, or potentially a tie between Gen 7 and Gen 3. Gen 7 honestly somehow has, like, sentimental value of the sparkle since it's the one I know the best. But, like, I love the sound of Gen 3 sparkles. You're the adventure type Battle Frontier facilities. I like the adventure type Battle Frontier facilities of the Pike and Pyramid. I never went to the Battle Frontier. like, at all. I know I missed out a lot on that, but I just never... I didn't know it was a thing when I played it as a kid, and then I just hadn't played it since. So yeah, I never knew about it. Until people were talking about it not being in ORS. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was in, like, Emerald. Gen 7 had weird sparkles due to the star. I like the star, though. I don't know. I personally actually really like the star. But I know I'm not even kind of, I'm very much so in the minority on that one. I can understand it. They definitely, like, because it's the first sparkles I ever experienced. So to me, they were normal. Like, I didn't know that they normally, like, loop around the Pokemon and do all this fancy stuff. But they just don't do anymore. I don't mind it, though. I like it. Masuda explained why in an interview. There's an explanation for why Battlefront 2 didn't return, or else. Why didn't it? Opinions, let's have some quality. I mean, yeah, everyone can have opinions. Don't know why Emerald didn't get a 3DS remake. They've never really remade the, like, sequel game, or, like, the, you know, final game. Like, they didn't make, like, Crystal as a new game. They didn't make Yellow as a new game when they did the remakes. So it made sense. I didn't expect some kind of, like, actual Delta Emerald game. The fact that we got the Delta episode was enough to get Rayquaza, and that's really all that mattered at the end of it. Don't want to say what all he said. Okay. Understandable. Fair enough. They combine the third game into the remake. Yeah, they kind of do that. Like, they've never really had a third game in the remake, so I understand them not doing it. It's just even more work for a game that's already not the main game of their focus. Because by the point they would have been making an Emerald remake, it would have been taking away from Sun and Moon in terms of their development time. Alright guys, let's see how close we can get to 4,000 on Raikou today. Gen 8, we get Static Yellow, Mine Crystal Delta Emerald, and then Boarding Z. We're just gonna get all of those final, like, third games. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, they combine it pretty well. Generally. Obviously, when it came to, like, the, you know, Fire Red, Leaf Green, there wasn't really a need to make a third game. The only difference would have been, hey, look, Pikachu follows you in this one now. No one's gonna buy any of the other ones. Like, that was honestly the thing there. Like, really wasn't a reason to remake Yellow, aside from if they wanted to kill the sales of Fire Red and Leaf Green. And yeah, like, they're able to add in enough stuff to the remakes with Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and whatnot that it didn't matter. Or just made references to Emerald. Yeah, and then you had the Delta episode, which handled getting Rayquaza and Deoxys and stuff. And then Gabriel will be like, here, everyone, no, shut up. Just give everyone everything they want one time and go, that's it. Stop. I mean, they pretty much had to do that when they did the Pokemon Direct. They announced, you know, Yusam. And then it was like 2 weeks later at E3, they had to go, okay guys, calm down. Pokemon will be on the Switch eventually. Calm down. Because, like, there was so much outcry and outrage about, like, Yusam not being on the Switch. Yellow's a good game. Yellow's, like, a fun game. Again, it just suffers from my issues I have with Gen 1's engine in general. Literally everyone was ticked off about Yusam. I wasn't. I knew that, like, I knew it was either gonna be Sinnoh remakes or Sun and Moon 2, essentially, is what I was expecting. Didn't know what Sun and Moon 2 would entail. Could have been going back to Kanto. Could have been what we got. That's really all I knew, and then Sinnoh was kind of like there. Because I still wasn't 100% sure on what their, like, remake schedule would be. Like, as soon as I knew what they were doing with this one, it's kind of like, okay, so I figure how their, like, remakes are going to be from now on. But it was just because there was, like, no generational gap between getting Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver, there hadn't been an established pattern yet. Every game has flaws. Gen 1ers and storyline. The fans of Gen 1 are the problem. No, I mean, I don't mind the story being a very bland story. It kind of lets you do what you want, and just the entire focus of Gen 1 and like Kanto's story is just become a good trainer and battle the Elite Four, become the best trainer. That's like the entire goal. I understand that. I can appreciate that. For me, it's the engine. It's just the glitchy engine. Gen 2 has a meh main story. Gen 3 is RNG glitch. That is like the big thing with Gen 3. Gen 4 has slow surfing. Gen 5 had the anime. Everything has its problems. Everything has its problems. Gen 6 had trash post game, and Gen 7 had no mega. A lot of people would call the no mega thing a plus, though. I feel. Had no post game. Yeah, that's definitely a trashy one then. In Oris of the Delta episode, the Sky Pillar played the Rayquaza cutscene music from Emerald instead of the Victory Road music. Interesting. Sort of hate some of the Pokemon that got Megas. Garchomp especially, it's already OP, so why? Rip Flygon. I don't know, I never knew... I don't know, like, I didn't really know Megas were a thing until, like, I got my copy of Oras. Yeah, I don't know. I never got into Megas, so I don't really have too much of an opinion on them either way. For some reason, they didn't remake Pokemon Blue for the Game Boy Advance. Because they went off of red and green. Because you had red and green, blue, yellow. It was like red and green are the true originals, and then blue was the like. Then like blue was the one that had all the fixes to it in Japan, and then we got like blue version. We got like red and blue as Blue's game. Like it basically took all the fixes from Blue and was still glitchy, but it just wasn't quite as glitchy. Like if you get Japanese red and green, they're not completely different, but they're a different game than Blue. Like there's even more issues with them. Like the whole history of Gen 1's kind of a mess, but it makes sense why Red and Green or Fire Red and Green were the remakes instead of like Fire Red and Water Blue or something. Yeah, Blue was fixed Red and Green. So in the States we still got 2 games. Because Blue was the better game, we got Blue, and then Charizard, we got Red. Megachomp was great defensive-wise. I've been saying it for a little while, and I still need to just... What I need to do is, as soon as I can actually battle, just set up a team I think might be mildly okay, and just go into battles, knowing that I'm going to be completely wiped and just kind of experiment. I don't know, though. I don't know, that's not my personality. I feel like I'm just going to get frustrated doing that, but that's what I need to do to actually figure out how the heck I should be battling. They forgot to fix the new glitch in Japanese Pokemon Blue. I'm okay with that. It meant we could get Mews. The days when legendaries weren't on the cover. I mean, that was literally only one gen. Yeah, until Gen 2. Well, I mean, back then, it made way more sense. The thing is, back then, when no one knew what the heck Pokemon was, the greatest thing you could do was to basically show people, this is what you're getting on the box. Like, showing people legendaries that, especially at the time, weren't part of the story or anything. Like, honestly, someone could play, if you put Mewtwo and like, or you put like the legendary birds on the cover, someone could honestly play through that entire game and not know why the heck that thing was on their box. Like, it didn't make as much sense as... If you, like, with having the starters on the cover, it was guaranteed that between you and your rival, at least one of them was going to be one of the box art starters. Even if it wasn't your box art starter, it was going to at least be Charizard or Blastoise. So you could at least be like, oh, that's the thing that was on the box. Like, that's kind of cool. You know, as opposed to if you put Mewtwo on the box, someone will legitimately play through the entire story of the game and not see Mewtwo. Yeah, Mewtwo was just there, so were the birds. Like, they weren't story important at all. Mewtwo's just, hey, I'm in Cerulean Cave. Yeah, like, legitimately, and then Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, they were all just hanging out places. Like, it didn't matter too much. So yeah, it totally made sense for Kanto games to have the starters on the cover. They're way more important and iconic than the legendaries of those games. Whereas, yeah, if you put Ho-Oh on the cover of Gold, you're gonna see Ho-Oh. Like, it's kind of part of the game. And it's at least mentioned in very much, hey, you should go do this. It's very much encouraged that you should go do this. You know, story-wise and all that. Gen 3 knocked it up another notch, and then honestly Legends have just kind of gone from there in terms of how important they are to the story. The Beast and Ho-Oh and Lugia are actually played in the story. Yeah. Returned, welcome back, Screaming Rowlet. I'm glad you've returned, man. How are you doing? Ho and Lugia are part of the Johto story. Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense to have them on the box, and then, you know, Suicune on Crystal was obviously, like, they changed the story specifically so that Suicune was more of a part of it. I think it would have been cool if they put the legendary birds on the cover for Red, Blue, and Yellow. The thing is, the one thing is, like, Red and Green released first, so they didn't have a green bird. It's like, the first knock to that. Granted, they could have made it Red and Blue then. Red, Blue, and Yellow, and released them that way. But the thing is, they weren't important to the story then. They were just like these really, really competitively viable Pokemon you could have. That was about all that there was to it. They were difficult to catch. There was one of them per game. That's why they were legendary. That was their whole thing, was we're the only one in this game and we have a special way you encounter us. You know, there are other Pokemon that have done that. Like the fossils are that way. So yeah, just back then they weren't as big of a part of the game. That's the only reason that they aren't box art. Like, if you had to get them, if the goal of the game for like 3/4 of the game was to strive to get this Pokemon and then use it to like completely take over and like beat the game with it, then yeah, it makes sense. They'd be on the cover, but they're not because of that. Their starter's way more important than Kanto. Hashtag late Kanto K remake. What's up, West Stocks? Welcome to the stream. It's true, they didn't have a green bird for green birds. Yeah. That's the most, like, well, they didn't have that. Granted, they would have just, like, used red and blue as their main colors then. Make it purple and use Mewtwo. But yeah, it just didn't make sense for Gen 1 to have the legendaries at the cover. What's up, cool, welcome to the stream. Weirdest question I've been asked on stream. I was asked a few things about underwear on the stream on Friday. That was a pretty weird one. How often do I stream? I try to stream 6 times a week, every day except Wednesdays. Occasionally I'll have a day like yesterday where I can't, and then I'll try to make up for it with something like today, where I am streaming for an extra hour. But yeah, normally I stream for about 2 hours a day every day but Wednesday. I already did that. Encounter increase. Legendary Beasts and Gold Silver were just, hey, we're roaming around Johto. Yeah, and they weren't on the cover because of that. Yeah, then they were a part of the main story, so. Why? I don't know. I don't know why it was weird. I don't know. I just can't really think of any other weird questions. I feel like I've been asked weirder ones, but it's been a while. It's been a while since they happened, so I've kind of forgotten a couple of them. Can I accept a friend code? Unfortunately, no. The internet for this 3DS is kind of crummy. Basically, the Wi-Fi here is super, super weak. So, like, the 3DS doesn't keep connecting long enough. Even to get the stream running, I have my Wi-Fi antenna running under my door. Like, it's kind of bad. So, unfortunately, I can't. In a few weeks, I will be in a different location, and I should be able to accept stuff like that if it is sent. So yeah, just hold off on that if you want to send one, and it should be good. J-Roll, Mia, welcome to the stream. Today's your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Hope it's been a good day. some birthday hype for J-Roll. Did Gen 3 have another trio? Well, they had the Weather Trio, and you had the Reggie Trio. Eon Duo, yeah, you had the duo. But yeah, you had the 2 trios, and then you had the duo. Yeah, Latias and Latias. Gen 4 had a bunch. Yeah, you had the Titans. You had the Reggies in Gen 3. And then Weather Trio. Yeah, Gen 3 is where you started to actually get, like, here's a crazy number of legendaries, I feel. Like ones that had no play in the story at any point. And you had multiple sets of it. Reggie Rocket, Regice, and Reggie Steel. Yep. Yep. Gen 4 had a crap ton. I feel like Gen 5 had a lot too, but I'm just not up to date on those. I honestly think looking back at it, there weren't terribly many. I'm just like thinking, wow, there were a lot because I got introduced to like 3 gens worth of legendaries all at once, and I consider them all Gen 5 somehow. Gen 4 went overboard. That's kind of a consensus, isn't it? Sorry I need to leave, you're going to open your presents, be right back. Alright, see you in a bit, J-Roll. Again, happy birthday, man, and see you soon. Gen 5 had quite a few. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gen 7 has the least... It depends on what you count as... If you just count, like, straight up that they are legendaries, then yeah, you've got the Cosmog line. Then you have Tapus as their own thing, and then you have Ultra Beasts as their own thing. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire have the most, a whopping 32. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot. They have a lot. So does Gen 4 in that sense as well. But we're just talking about, like, the ones that they added. Because, yeah, you could say that, you know, Gen 7 had a lot then, too, because you have pretty much everything that was catchable in ORAS. Yeah, so there's a lot of legendaries now, and a lot of that sinks to Gen 4, though. Such bad luck with the Lake Trios as being Shinies. You've had a difficult time hunting them, Poochyena. I hope that like you can find them. I hope you can find all of the ones left really soon, though, man. Do I competitive battle? I've never really gotten into competitive battling, no. I've been mildly interested in it as of recently, but yeah, I've never been into competitive battling, so I'm not the biggest in terms of like knowledge on all that stuff. So like, if I were to make a team right now, you guys would look at it and just go, "What is that?" That like the comp of it would be terrible. I guarantee it. Like I'd be missing some massive gaping hole in terms of like what I should have on a team, just because I don't know how to make a good team. Doesn't Legendary technically end up getting classified in terms of, like, its stats? Like, I guess, not even that, but, like, legitimately, the game only lets you have a certain number of them on your team when you try to, like, set up battles on certain stuff. Almost 2,000 soft resets for UC. Poochyena, I hope it shows up soon for you. I truly, truly hope it shows up before 2,000 for you. According to Bulbapedia, Gens 5 and 7 are tied at having the most legendaries at 15 each. Where does Gen 7 at 15? Most people don't count Ultra Beasts as legends. I don't know. I guess it really falls into what do you count on your own? I don't know. Personally, I've never really counted Rotom as a legend. Isn't it DexNat, or isn't it Island Scannable in Gen 7? Or in, like, USON? I don't know. I'm not one to have authority in the nuances of what's a legend and what's not. You're gonna hunt Guzzlord after UC? Well, alright, Poochyena, I hope you're able to start that Guzzlord hunt soon. You're back for a little bit since you tried to take a nap before taking a shower, and you got hungry, and you're hoping that eating something will help your headache. Yeah, eating something and making sure to get some water in you should help. I know, like, the times I get the most headaches are when I'm dehydrated. I hope you feel better soon, Cinder. Hope the headache goes away. Yeah, most mythicals are things you'll get through events and stuff instead of in-game. Gen 4 also had a bunch of evolutions to old Pokemon. It did, yes. A lot of baby Pokemon got added. All I've eaten today otherwise is a quesadilla and some chicken nuggets. That could do it. That could definitely do it. What's up, BBMC's World? Welcome to the stream. My real name is Ian, and I'm 21. Rotom was considered a legendary in 4th gen, but lost its status in Gen 5, with it being obtainable more commonly and catchable infinitely in Gen 6. Huh. That's interesting. I've never thought of a legendary losing its status. It falls into the category of Silvally of, like, not technically being a legend, but existing up there like that. Isn't Spiritomb in the same realm? Of, like, you really only have the one you can catch, but, like, it's like an event thing. It's like an event in the game and stuff, but it's not, like, actually a legend. It's just kind of an interesting Pokemon. Hope Gen 5 does what Gen 4 did for evolutions. It would be interesting. There are definitely quite a few evolutions people still want some more, still want some evolutions for some Pokemon. Oh, its forms are locked behind Wi-Fi then. Oh, that's dumb. Yo, what was that? Yo, Dylan Plays Games. Thank you for the donation. Can I have a shout out? You're trying to get to 1,000 subs. You're at 988. Only need 12 more. Please help. Well, Dylan Plays Games. Thank you for that donation, everyone. Show Dylan Plays Games some love in the chat. I really, really do appreciate that, man. And dude, I hope you're able to hit 1K super soon, man. Never had those little animations play. I guess those are what, the Streamlabs Pro thing? That's super cool, man. Welcome to the stream, Dylan Plays Games. How's it going? Thank you again so much, everyone. Show him some love in the chat. So I think Savali has a really nice design, and you really, really love Savali as a Pokemon. A nice shiny too, as its shiny is Gold Alley. Nice. Sorry about the question I asked you the other day. It's all good, BB. Hype indeed. How am I? I'm doing well, Hyrule. Welcome to the stream, man. You're doing good. Awesome. Just have 4 left till you get the shiny charm. Awesome, dude. Awesome. What are you missing now, man? What do you got left? I needed the key to get through Wi-Fi then to unlock it in Platinum. Okay. You need the key? Well, that's good. At least you can get it then. Found 30 euros in the pocket of some clothes. Good luck right there, yeah. That's awesome, Glacier. It's like a Pokemon game. There, and like that good luck in the Pokemon game transfer over, or the good luck in how you receive the money to buy the Pokemon game could transfer over possibly. Yeah, fair enough. Do you consider it a legend? I get that. Missing Porygon 2, 2 and Z, Vanillix and Vanillish. Well, I hope you're able to get them super quickly. And if you gotta, if you only need Vanillix and Vanillish, you got a Vanillite, so should be pretty straightforward from there. Porygon's awesome. Porygon's pretty cool. Porygon is the only reason I've had to go to the battle tree. For completing my living dex in Pokemon Sun, I needed to complete the, or I needed to get another Porygon 2, so I needed to get a second upgrade, and that was the only reason I had to get the battle points. Yeah, BB, it would. Like, YouTube flags that. Like, the comment actually comes across, like, YouTube's like, hey, this is suspicious, when you ask, like, stuff like that. Like, it's just one of those things that ends up getting built into it, into YouTube's chat. Yeah, I didn't increase there. Yeah, just put Mons in the GTS and ask for him. That works too, yeah. You call Shiny Charmander, it's 7,100. We'll see. We'll see. We're definitely going to get there tonight. We got about 40 minutes left. That'd be awesome if we could get Charmander. Update, your headache's gone. That is awesome, Cinder. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it's gone. That would have been awful if it was still hanging around after this long. That's his opinion? Yeah, fair enough. No, I'm like completely okay with, you know, people's own opinions and whatnot. You can get a dubious disc from the guy in Ether Paradise. After a battle with him, upgrade the Aethros. Yeah, you can get one. You can get one. But I needed 2 upgrades. So I got one, and basically I used that upgrade in dubious disc to make a Porygon level, or make a Porygon and a Porygon Z, and I needed another Porygon 2. So, what you have to do for that is, like, I had to get 3 Porygons. One goes all the way up to Z. That uses all the level up, or the evolution items. So to get the second one to Porygon 2, I had to go get a second upgrade. Which I could have done by using Moon, but I wasn't far enough in Moon. Yeah, you can buy Evo items in the voucher. Yeah, like, that's what I had to do. No, I mean, yeah, that is his opinion. I wasn't arguing with him. Yeah. Yeah, I said to get a second upgrade. So I could, like, have 2 Porygon 2s, essentially. I'm gonna stay here for a bit while you finish your food, and you'll probably be gone for the rest of the stream. I got you, Cinder. Hopefully Raikou can shine while you're here, then. Hopefully. Can we do a Porygon hunt? It would be just a basic Masuda hunt, probably. Or we can do it at Game Corner, possibly. I don't know. What's at the Game Corner in Leafgreen? Because that's what we'll hunt. We can hunt those. Because I want to do some more hunts in Leafgreen at some point. It would have to be like Game Corner or Legend soft resets, stuff like that. And we already caught all the legendaries that are possible in this game. So, I don't know. I'd rather do some different hunts. So it's possible. Yeah, look at Game Corner for Leafgreen. Because, yeah, we should be able to do those hunts. That'll be what we do. At some point in the distant future, we'll probably get multiple episodes of the Emerald Shiny Badge quest knocked out before we do that. Like, it'll probably be something where we complete all of Emerald and then go back to Leafgreen. So that's really what Charmander's doing, is holding out to take our time away from being able to do these hunts. Gonna get Porygon 2 and Xeon GTS out of the way. Maybe we'll evolve your Vanillish while you wait. Yeah, that's like the best plan. If you already got the Vanillish, you can go right through to Vanillix. Or the Vanillite. I mean, it's gotta become a Vanillish. Look up what a level involves that. Good idea. I don't think it's terribly high. Like, I don't think it's an endgame Pokemon, but it is Gen 5, so, like, there are a lot of those. Fire Red, Leafgreen Game Corner to get Porygon. Alright. Yeah, in that case, it'll probably happen. Just, you know, far off from now. Because, like, after Charmander, we're definitely going for something for a Leafgreen hunt. Or for, not for Leafgreen, this already is Leafgreen, for Emerald. Because I want to get back on that Shiny Badge quest. It's been too long since we started. So I really want to get that back out there and finish that up, at least. Should be able to catch high level Vanillish from Victory Road, evolve it, and then breed it. I mean, he already has Vanillite, so he's good there. It's a matter of getting to Vanillix. Yeah, if you just catch like a high level Vanillish on Victory Road and then like move on from there, that works too. Alright, it's it out of the counter. We'd rather evolve it from Vanillite. Fair enough. Fair enough. I definitely did that too. I'd always try to catch him at the lowest, at like the base evolution if I could, and only like evolve one all the way up before I did the Living Dex thing. And even then, I still caught him at like the base one and leveled him up. I don't know why it was a thing. I really wanted to just like take them up from nothing all the way up. I don't know why, but that's what I did. It's in the game corner. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so that's definitely a possible hunt in the future. It's just, like I said, way down the road at this point. We still have all of Emerald to do, and I have all of Leafgreen to play. That'll be another part of it. Japanese versions of Heart Gold Soul Silver has a game corner. Ugh. Ugh. What's up, Midnight the Giratina? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I would hunt Wimpod again with the Shiny Charm, but you don't know what to do with it. What do you do with it? You have both Shiny Wimpod and Gliscod. Yeah, that's definitely what you do with it. That's what I have. Basically, if you're doing that, that's like going for a living Shiny Dex. I don't know, it definitely makes it a much bigger task to try to get every single Pokemon as Shiny, like in every form. Why ESRB and Peggy? I don't know. It is really unfortunate that it's not there. Your Vanillite's level 1. Oof. Oof. I mean, if you've beaten the game, the best way to do that, Hyrule, is just go to Pony Gauntlet, or if you're playing in USUM, yeah, still Pony Gauntlet, or Pony Plains, or whatever it is, and just level up, like, if it's in USUM, just go SOS chain off some Chanseys for a bit within the party with experience share on, and you'll like knock that out so quickly. You're just in the Distortion world with the original Giratina. Fair enough. Sounds like a good time. Pony Gauntlet all the time. Yeah, I mean, that's where I would do it in Sun, but definitely, like, if you can chain off of some Chanseys, chain off of some Chanseys. Yeah, Sun Moon. Yeah, just go to, like, the grass closest to the battle tree and battle some stuff there. And, yeah, that's gonna be your best bet. With experience share on, or just putting Vanillite at the front of your party and swapping out immediately, you'll, like, crank through those levels. Especially up to 34 shouldn't take you long. 34 to whatever Vanillix is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, but it still shouldn't be too terribly hard. It's time to switch chain with the Lucky Egg for an hour. It shouldn't take an hour, I wouldn't say. Not kidding, it took you an hour to evolve Cosmog into Segalia. Oof. I mean, okay, but that's also a much... I imagine it takes a lot more experience to evolve Cosmog into Segalia, especially Cosmog. I would imagine it takes a good while. Because each Pokemon gains experience a bit differently. You'll find a Japanese version of Heart Gold Soul Silver. It probably wouldn't be too terribly hard to find. I guess, like, I guess specifically Japanese Heart Gold Soul Silver would probably be a bit more sought after, to be honest. But it still shouldn't be terrible. Hope you're shiny a Charmander Raikou soon. I hope to get him soon too, Brandon. I hope we can get it today. We got 30 minutes left. One of them should shine. We should be able to get to 7,100 at the very least on Charmanders, and we should be able to hit 4,000 on Raikou if we don't get it shiny first. Currently going for shiny Jolly Beldum X to teach it Hone Claws, Power Up, Punch, and Metagross since it has 2 ways to boost its attack stat. Okay. Okay. Hope you're able to get that, Brandon. What's up, Peterson Bird? Welcome to the stream. Found a shiny Raikou at 426 offers. That's timid 5 IVs. Awesome, dude. awesome. Yeah, I'm not quite at the point where I can do that, or I have that kind of luck. I unfortunately don't have the charm. Like, I don't have the charm in this game because I was very, very impatient and wanted to start this hunt very, very quickly. So yeah, I just kind of skipped the charm part of it and went straight into the hunt. So I'm doing this full odds. We are less than 100 away from passing odds at this point. It's weird to think, and not actually not quite. Like 150 away from passing odds at this point. It's like Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is fantastic. I watched the entire series while shiny hunting. Like I just put it on Netflix and kind of went at it. I want to see a beautiful goldenrod game corner, not Voltorb flip. So Valley didn't take as long as you thought it would. Well, that's good. That's good. You're excited. You're going to be getting the Japanese Gen 1 game soon. You're pretty excited. Awesome, dude. That's really cool. It would definitely be cool to have some of those. Finding those in the condition I want to find them in is kind of hard. Because one of the big problems is like, because I have oh man, this whole shelf's a mess right now. But I have like, you know, my box for Leafgreen. But the problem is like, it's in that plastic cover. Because it's a cardboard box, like, they're just so flimsy, it's hard to find those in good condition anymore. So anything before the DS, like, good luck finding it in, like, condition that's, like, collectible. What's up, Jackie Rios Gonzalez? Welcome to the stream today. How are you doing? You're about to shiny hunt shiny Reshiram. It may take you a long time. Wish you luck. Well, good luck, Jackie. Good luck. I hope you find it super quickly. No Joe like the back of your hand. That's cool. That's cool. It's easy to evolve Cosmo, just beat up chances and Blissey's and SOS chaining. It's different when you're doing it in Sun and Moon. If you're in USUM, then yeah, SOS chaining some chances is the way to go. Gonna be getting red, green, blue, and yellow. Awesome, Splatoon. You're getting all of them? That's nice. It's relaxing, and Giratina is plotting to defeat Arceus somehow. Fun times, fun times. Okay, if you can read the text, because you know Jodo. Yeah, I mean, like, I know Kanto well enough that any part that I don't understand in this, I'll be fine. Whew. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But hey, if you want them, man, if you want them and that's what you want to do, then more power to you. Hopefully you can get all that enjoyment out of them, because that is super cool being able to get all 4 of those games in Japanese. Doesn't care that you're not helping. Just plotting by himself. You're keeping him company. That's what matters. Probably keep them in the box to keep them in mint condition. I mean, if you just want to collect them, then yeah, that's the way to go about it. Personally, I was okay with taking it out of the box. Granted, A, because it was already out of the box. Like, it was just used, but had the box. Like, I'm okay with taking it out just because I wanted to play it. But yeah, I'm very much of the mindset of I want to keep that box in good condition. Might be hard in Japanese. Be on a shiny hunt for a Japanese hardcore Soul Silver. It shouldn't be too hard to find one. It'll be hard to find one for a reasonable price, I imagine. It's gonna be the way harder part of it. You even got an idea that might even work? Well, that's cool. It would look awesome on a display. Definitely. Definitely. That'd be really cool. Definitely gonna be pricey. I mean, Heart Gold, Soul Silver in general will be. The only thing is, generally, you'll be able to find it in box cheaper than, or like for a better deal than not in box, because people are just like like, for example, like, if you find one in a GameStop or something, it's gonna be $50 for just the cartridge. Where, like, online it'll be $50 for everything. It's just GameStop's like, oh, well, this is the price of it. Even though it's like, yeah, but the one that's actually $50 comes with accessories and a box. Yours is a cartridge. You type in with your wings. Okay. You gotta commend you on those fairly accurate wing typing. Literally swap fainted a Granbull and Vanillix gained 18,000 experience. I mean, that's what a level 1 will do, because it's based off of, like, how different the skills of the Pokemon are. So when you have a level 1 going up against, like, a level 50-something, yeah, like, those first few levels will fly by. Not in box is a bit cheaper. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a bit cheaper not in box, but I want it in box. Hergle's $400 on Amazon for a brand new copy. For brand new, yeah, sealed and stuff. Any Pokemon game from the DS or Game Boy era is going to be, like, up there in price. They're not making it anymore. It's getting rarer by the day to find one not open. See, I don't mind them not being complete in box, or like, I do want them complete in box. I don't mind them being opened. Like, if it's not sealed, I'm not that concerned. Don't really need a box, not gonna be showing it off. I wouldn't be showing it off so much either. Like, you've seen that's like maybe the 3rd or 4th time I've shown that, and like, it sits even off camera. It's just like, I like having the box. I like having the completeness of knowing that everything's there. It's all mine. You know, I don't know. I guess something like that. What's up, Mata speaking? Welcome to the stream, man. The stream's still going. Yeah, man. Yeah. I missed yesterday, so I decided to go for an extra hour today. So we got about 20 minutes left. How's it been, man? How are you doing? It's rare every year, so I guess you can understand the price. Yeah, I mean, every single time another copy is bought and opened, the unopened ones are rare. All I want to see is a beautiful game corner. You have Heart Gold Soul Silver complete in box, except you're missing the outer box with the tray and Pokewalker manuals. You have 2 Pokewalkers. Yeah, that's one thing where I still need to see if this offers up. Because my friend was going to potentially sell me his complete in box, like with that sleeve, with the Pokewalker and everything, complete in box Soul Silver for like the price of out of box one. So I was like, I'll take that. It was actually even cheaper. It was like the best deal I was gonna get on it. I was like, I'll take him up on that. And both of us were like, once I started getting paid, this was last year before I had like my job, and it was like, as soon as I start getting, you know, paid for like working my internship. And then we just never talked about it again. Pokewalker's awesome. It is a really cool concept. Got a copy of Yellow with the Game Boy Color they were using. Hey, that's all good. That's all good. You know, it's still a used game's still a game as long as it works. The one thing there is, you know, obviously the batteries are going to need to be replaced and stuff eventually. You did have a Pokewalker? I mean, yeah, if you bought Heart Gold Soul Silver, you were going to get a Pokewalker with it as long as you bought it new. And if you bought it used from, like, a reputable place that knew what was all bundled with it when they initially sold it, then you could end up with one as well. You need Pokemon Black and Pokemon Black 2 complete in box. I have Black complete in box. I don't have Black 2 or any of Gen 5 aside from that one copy of Black. Alright guys, we're almost to 7,100. Hopefully it shows up here. Battery is easily changeable. Yeah, no, it's pretty straightforward. I replaced it on my Emerald copy in the most sketchy way, but it is replaced and it works. Basically, I never welded the battery backing, because you're supposed to, like, tack weld it on, but, like, there's this one place that was like, no, I won't do that, because it's too small. I'm like, alright, even though, like, online it specifically says, like, this place will do it. But okay. So yeah, we ended up even just leaving the original, like, tabs for the battery in there, pried the old battery out, and just snug fitted a new battery in. Like, it's just kind of sitting in there with some electrical tape run around the side so it doesn't short. And that's all that happened with it. See, Black 2 unopened for around 40 bucks, the original price. I mean, I feel like that's just, like... That, I think, comes down to a lot of the whole, like, complete dichotomy of like fans when it came to Gen 5. People either loved it or hated it, so it had like half as much demand as normal. And if you love a game, you're not gonna like buy more copies of it. But if you don't like a game, you're not gonna buy copies of it, or you're gonna sell it used, and people are kind of are gonna pick up the used copies. So I feel like Black 2 is gonna be like Gen 5 is gonna be the place that has a lot of like unopened ones for a fairly decent price. But at the same time, that's the one that I haven't found like a perfect copy of. Like normally I can find them even if they're missing manuals, like the box in good condition. Black and white, when I went to a convention, were the only ones that had like destroyed packaging. Like everything about the front, like the cover page was just destroyed. I was like, well, that's not worth it at all. I need to find Pokemon Game Boy Advance games. I want to find some more of them too. I would love to have all of Gen 3 complete, including like spin-off games. I feel like that's the gen that I would really focus on getting complete. Next to like obviously the gens that are coming out. Like as far as like going back for collections. Have every 3rd gen game and like 5 emeralds, nice. That way you're guaranteed to have a good shiny frame, right? Pokemon game cases are in amazing condition. That's good. Like all of mine that I've owned all the time, they're decent. At least since I started getting 3DS ones. The ones before that I never really cared because I wasn't like collecting anything. I was just like, oh, I'll play the game, and I have my like carrying case. Why would I care about the boxes? And now I look back and I'm like, why would you be like that? Why are you like this? Why would you do this? Because, yeah, I'd love to have all the boxes for all of my games, but especially when they were cardboard, when they, like, legitimately just disintegrated if you didn't take care of them, it was like, but why would I take care of that? Why would I expect 8-year-old me to take care of the cardboard box for the game where all I care about is what's inside? If all of your Pokemon game cases on your desk and like a shelf, awesome, man, awesome. Want Fire Red version 1.1, yours version 1.0, and you have Leafgreen version 1.1. What's different between them? So I didn't actually know there were different versions. I assume it's just like a couple bugs got fixed or something. Why do you have 5 emerald cartridges? A decent question. A decent question, I guess. Bought one from a friend, traded a friend for another one. One came when you got it complete in box. One is a Japanese cartridge, and this is and one is the not for resale cartridge. Oh, cool. Cool, that's actually a kind of cool collection there. It's a positive. Porygon with an upgrade. Let's evolve Vanillite while you wait. Alright, man. Hope you're able to complete it really quickly, Hyrule, because yeah, you're super close, man. What is missing is a label, so it's ugly. I feel you there. I feel you there. I have no clue what, if I ever do find them, I have no clue what kind of condition my Fire Red and Sapphire are going to be in. I have a feeling, I don't think Sapphire is going to be great. I think Fire Red might be okay, but I have a feeling Sapphire will be fairly well used, is one way to put it. Yeah, not for sale's got to be pretty rare. Yeah, Fire Red, awesome, Greg. Yeah, I need to find my old Fire Red. Like, that one's not going to be in box or anything, but it'd be nice to have. Trying to make that not for resale one your main perfect Emerald game. That'd be pretty cool. What will I do after I get Shiny Charmander? After Charmander, I'll move to Emerald, because I do have a Shiny Badge quest I've been trying to do over there, but I've been failing at because my capture card died and all that, so I haven't been doing it. We'll move over there and we'll just probably do some random encounters if we find it during another dual hunt stream, and then when we're not dual hunting, we'll focus on like trying to catch it more with the Emerald messed up timing stuff. Actually, run out of ideas for Pokemon games, so they either remake games like Yellow or Emerald, or remake the remakes. People want remade remakes at this point. Like, a lot of people really do want, like, another remake of Kanto or something, or a reboot of Kanto. Anything, they just want more Kanto. I don't know. I am okay with the idea, but at the same time, I'd be okay if it didn't happen. I just want more Pokemon games. That's all I want. If you're gonna be looking for Pokemon games on the internet after the stream, it'll be fun. That'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool to do it someday. I do like finding a lot of my stuff in like physical shops or whatever, or like at conventions, and just walking, like coming across it. That's always really fun. But yeah, no, it's definitely a different experience, like finding it in person. But it's obviously going to be way more efficient to find it online. What's up, Imperial Cav? Welcome to the stream. Still no shiny, like, what? We're still going for them. We're still going for them. They don't have the charm. Like, obviously Charmander does it, and then Raikou does it just because I was impatient. They're just obviously biting us in the butt now. But yeah, so I don't have the charm for Raikou, so it is still technically under odds. Still, we got like 100 encounters to go before we pass odds, so hopefully it happens before that. Might go by a local shop or a local GameStop. GameStop's not going to have Japanese copies. I can almost guarantee you that. They know that if they took that in, they'd be able to sell it at a massive markup if they sold it not at their store. Or like an employee would buy that from the store immediately and then go sell it somewhere else. Like, you're not going to find super rare ones at GameStop. You're going to find like used copies of games that were sold here at GameStop. A local game shop may be different. You're probably going to find older ones there. Like you're starting to look back to Game Boy games, like Game Boy era of games. But it's really going to be either online or find like a convention that's all about that kind of stuff. They're really going to find it all. Going online for Japanese, yeah. Online's definitely where you're going to find the Japanese stuff. What's up, Flowey the Flower? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Guys, I also just realized we're actually getting kind of close to 1850 in terms of subs, which is really cool. It's really cool. We're finally, I guess, back on a little bit of an uptick after a while of like kind of just stagnating, which I think it was just kind of happening all over YouTube, like the stagnation and stuff. You know, because it kind of came down like a lot of the stuff with like where USUM didn't really keep people around as much. People still were just kind of fizzling out. But yeah, so I feel like it's been exciting over the past like, I don't know, I guess not even quite a month that we've actually like almost gotten 50 subs, which is an awesome thing for the first time in a while. I'll be searching through eBay. Yeah, that's definitely where you're gonna find like eBay or just other places that are like dedicated to that kind of stuff. So you're really gonna find like the Japanese ones. I'd be careful with eBay. eBay or anything like that is probably gonna be way more likely to have fakes and stuff. You're having fun filling the Oras decks. Awesome, Cav. Hopefully you can fill it super quickly, man. I need to fill all of Gen 6's decks myself at some point. What's up, Zia Henriquez? Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Let's check resale shops and check the cartridge yourself. Yeah. Yeah, people probably wouldn't know the difference. Like, I wouldn't like, I didn't know there was a version 1.1 until you even mentioned it, so I definitely know I wouldn't have been one to mark that. Yeah, be very careful with eBay every time you go on there. Like, it fools the best sometimes. Like, some people can get pretty good at it. Oh, what's my friend code? A, I actually don't know it, and B, I can't add friends on this 3DS because, the internet's so bad it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi, so I haven't ever been able to add friends on it, unfortunately. Give it in a few weeks, I might be able to, though. It's only been like 10 minutes, your vanilla is already level 32. Yeah, no, like, it'll go up ridiculously quickly from level 1. On the Switch, yeah, no, I know. Rather that's it. Once you have one, you have all of them, because then you can just transfer Pokemon over. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so once you complete it there, like, I do need to complete all of the Gen 6 decks, like, because that becomes the national decks for everything except for everything except Gen 7. So, like, I want to do that, that way I can be, like, prepared for when Gen 8 comes out, so I can basically just transfer all those Pokemon in, and immediately have the charm. I want Emerald. Where for Emerald? What do you mean where for Emerald, Greg? Evolves at level 35 and 47, so this won't be so bad. It'll definitely start slowing down. You probably know that, but like, it'll definitely start slowing down. Oh my god, I'm just going home. Version 1.1 just fixes a few visual glitches, but it's just nicer, no major changes. Just fixes a bug where it says, or Game Freak, it should say presents under it. If it doesn't, it's version 1.0. Okay. Okay, yeah, I knew it would just be like visual fixes, otherwise, like, it'd be a really weird thing to have, like, sold a game like that. I don't know, that's interesting though, that's interesting. I feel like I knew about the, like, lack of presents on the game. I didn't know that actually got fixed. That's kind of cool. Fixes Pokédex entries, and version 1.0 only shows one-word descriptions like Pidgey is tiny bird Pokemon in version 1.0. Oh, it just says tiny Pokemon. Huh. I feel like I heard about both those things, but I never, I guess, like, I saw some video about it or whatever, but I never knew that that was, like, actually fixed. Need better internet. I do need better internet. I agree. I agree. I should check my Leafgreen game. I should. I should. Assuming it's actually, like, different in a... Assuming, like, the glitch is still there, I guess, in the Japanese version, and it wasn't a localization thing. Oh, for, like, a copy of it for Emerald? I mean, you just gotta look for it, Greg. I have no clue where you'd be able to find one. Just let the Game Freak logo continue. Yeah, we can do that this time. Oh, there we go. It's 1.1 then. Alright guys, we're closing in. We're closing in on Encounter 4000 for Raikou. I think we'll consider 4000 the last encounter for the day. It'll be wrapping up really close to the normal stream end. It'll be super awesome. Great way to end this 3-hour stream. We're back. Welcome back, Splatoon Pro. So hopefully we can actually get it before 4000. It'd be really cool. But even then, we're not quite to the end. It's evolving awesome Hyrule. It's awesome. Even if we don't get it today, we still got like almost 100 encounters left. We got 100 encounters on Raikou left before it's unlucky. 1.1 one's the player's choice version. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so I think this will be the last Charmander, guys. And then we'll do our normal Bulbasaur to end out the day. Just so we, like, end up at the same time. Because it normally takes, like, about 2 Raikous per Charmander. Or per, like, Leafgreen encounter. Game Nation? I don't know what Game Nation is. Like I said, Greg, you're gonna have to do the research yourself, man. I haven't been in the market for a Game Boy game in a while, so I don't know where you would find them. Alright, guys. Charmander was not shiny today, unfortunately, so we continue that hunt. But we got our normal Bulbasaur to end the day out. So we're gonna go ahead and get that one set up. While we get ready for our last 2 Raikou encounters as well. Let's raid. Who's on to raid? Who's on? Sorry about it. I guess I heard that lag more than you guys now, I guess. There's Celeste Tamayo, who's shiny hunting. Oh, I guess that's not in English though. That's not in English, so we can't. Or I wouldn't necessarily send the raid there. But alright, guys, $39.99 on our Raikou encounters here. Not shiny, so on to encounter 4,000. Encounter 4,000 coming up. You've been trading Pokemon between your White Suit and White Game for 5 hours. Ooh. We can do Stream again. It looks like Stream Egg's really the only other, like, stream on this size streaming right now if we want to raid. Yeah, we can do Stream Egg again. Alright, let's get these last encounters underway once I grab this link. Link has been grabbed, so let's encounter the Raikou and encounter the Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is not shiny, and neither is Raikou. So thank you to everyone that tuned into the stream. Thank you to anyone that liked, anyone that subscribed. Big thank you to Dylan Plays Games for the donation and Kanto Kairu for that raid. And speaking of raids, we'll be raiding Stream Egg 17. So until next time, guys, take care.